Thank you. Am I live already? Okay, good evening, Biafrans all over the world. But I can see also my comrade here, KK, on the screen. So if you can take him out so that I'll be able to welcome Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. We want to say welcome to this wonderful evening question and answer section on Biafra Television Europe. Today is going to be the day dedicated to our viewers and followers on this platform. Just to inform you that we are on multiple platforms as well. We are on Twitter Live, we are on Rapture Media, we are on Telegram Live, we are on Radio Biafra Live, and then we're on BTV Live. So it's my pleasure to have you. Before we proceed, we're going to take some music, and then when we do that, we'll be right back. Thank you very much.
Nigeria,
First bandits,
General Yakubu Gowon. Nigeria, first bandit. The 32-year-old accidental leader. You lied about Aburi Accord. Everything else in your book is a lie. In your book, if you lied about Aburi, that you were having malaria and did not know what you signed, then everything else must be all lies.
you claim to be a Christian. You waited till Ojuku is dead and started talking and started lying. You can't redeem your legacy with lies.
You lied that most the bullets and most bombs from the Nigerian army hit the palm trees and not human beings. Asaba massacre, people dressed in white.
They're the palm trees,
Women and children in the market square, they are palm trees.
right?
Your book belongs to the dustbin.
Trash bin.
Nigeria problems today.
Credit to you.
Hey. General Yakubu Gowon, you cannot redeem
Your legacy with lies.
today. I told it, you live in Britain
I told it.
and not in your one Nigeria that you murdered for.
Killed for ego genocide,
Ego,
ego holocaust.
Africa.
First bandits.
When was the last time you visited your village? You are the first bandit Nigeria ever produced.
Decisions you made destroyed Nigeria until today. General Yakubu Gowon,
Okay, you are not on
first
BTV.
bandits. You lied about our Aburi Accord.
You were suffering malaria and did not understand what was discussed.
Everything else in your book must be all lies.
When you get to heaven, if you ever get there, God will ask you why you lied. I told it.
Old man, God kept you alive for a reason, but you have failed to repent.
The hottest
Artist,
part of hellfire has been prepared for you.
he say,
No peace and happiness for you.
not at all.
Amen.
Amen.
Ojuku will be fanning your hellfire.
Adding fuel to firewood.
Nigeria,
First bandit. I saw the people dressed in white are palm trees.
Nigeria.
First bandit.
2 million children starved to die.
Died of palm trees.
Africa,
First bandits.
God kept you alive for a reason, but you have failed to repent.
General Yakubu Gowon,
You cannot redeem your
your legacy with lies.
Ojuku will be fanning your hellfire.
Adding fuel to firewood.
Asaba people,
Palm trees.
Nigeria,
First bandits.
you will live to see
urea called malaria.
I can hear you. I can hear you now. I can hear
Africa
you.
first bandits. Read my lips. Igbos must be free worldwide. Before your eyes. Amen. 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 Amen.
I'm not talking. Hello. So I can't see myself. Okay. Thank you very much. We are back. We are back again. We are back again. We had a little delay in transmission, but I want to welcome Biafrans and lovers of freedom. I want to say welcome back again to this wonderful program. That was a wonderful music out there by New Harbor Studio. And it is my pleasure, a great pleasure to welcome each and every one of us. And I want to urge that if you are not talking from the background, you can please mute so that we won't be having fluctuations in the studio. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I know that people are joining us. A lot of people are joining us. This program, the information has been there for weeks now, and I believe that it is an information of a program of interest, question and answer, the one of its kind in a very long time, because there are a lot of controversial issues all over the place. And there are a lot of questions on the mind of our people, especially Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. There are a lot of questions on your minds. And that's the reason we are coming here today to attend to some of those questions. And no matter how, like I said, it's going to be a no holds barred, so we are going to express ourselves and we are going to respond to whatever question that you are bringing to this platform today to be able to help assuage your pains, your fears, and your worries. That is our duty to make sure that we help in addressing your concerns and making sure that we put you in line according to what the time says in this struggle for Biafra restoration. Welcome back again to BTV Live, BTV Europe. Welcome to Rapture Media. We welcome you to Radio Biafra Live, to Telegram Live, and we're also on Twitter. For many of you who are on Twitter, we are expecting your messages. As you are joining, make sure that you also share this program, because sharing will help us reach more people and also get in touch with your neighbors to join us and bring their worries to us, because we are here to address them. The lines are already open. We are dedicating 3 telephone lines to this wonderful program today. And these 3 telephone lines are in 3 different locations, but any of them that you call will be in a position to respond to your questions, because we are highly determined to make sure that everybody is heard. First of all, there is a controversial issue that is going on as regards to police brutality. And we saw what happened when some police officers um, accosted a traveler and made certain remarks about the Igbo tribe. And I would like us to first of all start with that video clip. Let us listen to what this police officer said to this traveler. Then we'll be able to start from there. Let's use that to open the program for today.
Are you okay? Oga. This is me. Sorry?
You came from America.
came from UK. I'm the owner, yes.
You live there?
Yes.
You live in Akure or Okedo?
I live in Akure. Okay. Sorry?
Can't do better than
I don't have anything now. I don't have anything. If I have, I would have give you.
I just want to see you are very close. That's why we're with another person or Igbo or that person. I'll just plan.
I don't get anything. That's why. If I get, I will give you now. Can I have my driving license here? What can I do now?
Go and park. See that on the back park.
What can I do? I just park. You know, tell me what can I do now, guy? No, check my driving license, check my documents. So make I do that thing now.
Yes, sir.
You are with my driving license now.
Go and park here. You will be
Where?
or invoice of all those items.
The way be of the invoice. Yeah, even if I park. Huh? No, don't worry. Okay. The way be of
What
the.
you say should not do. Are you telling him to?
It's your officer like you. That's why I said you should not worry. That I will talk to you.
No, let him talk now.
All right. So the way bill.
Everybody can talk.
The way bill is not there. I have the custom paper there. Those load came with the car.
That's why I requested for the custom so that I can see maybe all those items was itemized and examined.
But is it supposed to be listed one after the other, all those custom papers?
Yes. The items,
Really?
What are? I do check custom paper now.
Okay.
So if
Do your
all
job
those
properly. Do your job properly. You have my driving license here. I'm recording you. To let you know, I'm recording you right now. So can I have my driving license? Check your paper and then let's go. Better.
Everything is intact. Why
Don't shout. Leave him. I'll go him on record. But I've already told you. You have my paper. My paper is correct. Everything is there. You are with my driving license. I haven't committed any offense.
I know.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Are you
okay?
Okay.
Wait.
Okay. I haven't got to that level. He hasn't got to that level.
So this is part of the clip, by the way. We have a section of the clip where a remark about Igbo. I don't know. Yes, so this is part of the clip, not a complete one. But in this incident, we had a remark where a reference was made to the Igbo ethnic group, telling the commuter that if he was an Igbo or any other tribe, that he would have been detained. And we want to use this opportunity to open the line because we know that there are so many young Igbo people who have fallen victim of such brutality in the hand of the police, in the hand of because this is a mobile police personnel patrolling the roads. And yes, so we want to see if we can get calls from people who have had experience, especially if you are an Igbo person. The number is on the screen for you to call in if you had experience where you were detained as a result of your tribe, as a result of being an Igbo person. We want to hear from you. The numbers are there on the screen. Can you please put the number on the screen again so that we'll be able to read them out? The first number is +39 388 177 9665. The second number is +35 841 586 7793. And the last number, the last but not the least, is +35 8466 186 These are the numbers to call in. All the numbers are open, all the lines are open. We are dedicating this program to Biafrans, lovers of freedom, and well-wishers as well. Even if you are not a Biafran, you are also welcome to call in to share your experience with the Nigerian police based on your ethnicity. Mazi Chika and Mazi Chika Austin and Mazi Keke Uda are here with me this evening, and these are the panel of responders to questions. We are bringing them on BTV to be able to attend to some of the questions and also attest to some of your concerns. I want to welcome the two of them. Mazi Chika, say welcome to the program. Can you please unmute yourself? Can you please unmute yourself?
Okay, I believe I'm being heard clearly.
Yes, absolutely, Mazi.
Okay, good evening from here. I want to say good evening to our great viewers, lovers of freedom, great Biafrans, and everyone who is listening to us at this very moment. A good evening here.
Yes, Mazi Keke, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, Mazi, very clear, Mazi Patrick.
You're welcome to the program, Mazi. You don't need much introduction, but we are welcoming you so that you can welcome our viewers to this program.
Yes, dear friends, good evening, listeners. Good evening to you. We are here to discuss important issue today. You can call in. We are here to respond and to discuss together, especially the video we played just now, about 3 minutes ago in BTV. This is what I don't know if I should only introduce myself, but my name is Oda Keke Uda anyway, the Italian National Coordinator. Mazi Patrick, for me, I will leave it for now until you call me back. Am I coming out?
I think I muted myself. I said you don't need much of introduction because your face is already known. Uh, in fact, but it's still important for those who are meeting you for the first time because there are always people who are coming in for the first time. So that introduction is well understood. Yes. So Mazi Austin, for the fact that you are within the vicinity of the environment of concern, what are your experiences in the past as regard to police brutality? Let's take it from your end.
Mazi, thanks so much. Thanks once again. And in respect to I would like to go directly to the answer to the question. I have never had experience of police brutality. I must frankly tell you, uh, never. I have never had such encounter. Um, the least I've experienced is maybe I say unwarranted traffic obstruction as a result of multiple checkpoints, police checkpoints. But in respect to having experience on police brutality, I have never had such experience.
Okay, your lack of experience, is it because you maybe your areas of operation in terms of work and your residents have no connection with roadblocks, or because you are a law-abiding citizen?
Well, I deal on day to day. My activities is on day to days activities. I must tell you, I am more of a road user than office domicile fellow. But I must tell you something that you know everyone has his own experience and how he manages. Some of these things you're seeing playing out. In my own case, when I'm flagged down, I try as much as possible to show some level of politeness, show some level of, exhibition of, should I say, some level of cooperation. And when I mean cooperation, when you raise your questions, I make sure my vehicles are, their documentations are properly 100%, if more than 100%. So I don't give opportunity where you can come and start asking uh, questions or trying to extort me. I don't, or brutalize me. I don't give those opportunities. So I do all I could to make sure that uh, the vehicle I'm using or I'm applying at that defined moment has all the necessary documents. So in such, uh, and I believe also that an average policeman is also careful, because what they try in most cases is to look at loopholes, areas at which they can now advance the extortion or brutality, as the case may be. But in a situation where you have all your documents, I think even the person who is trying to extort you also will play extreme carefulness, because he does not know who he's also talking with. So that is my own experience in this case.
Okay, so what about, have you ever had experience of ethnic profiling as an Igbo person?
At the level of police,
Yes.
I have not as well. I have not. And as a matter of fact, I can't also give opportunity for that in the first place. These things we talk about, this issue we are discussing, like I said earlier, I'm more of a road user than an office user. So I must tell you that an average police officer out there also take cognizance of your posture, your body language. Because I believe an average police officer out there does not want to run into problem, as the case may be. So why also attending to you or interacting to you, he also studies your body language, studies your disposition. So in most cases, some of these acts are method of people that they seem to, have this signal, that same signal of you can intimidate me or you can harass me. But when they look at you and see that this person knows what he's doing, in most cases I see them being cautious, because I travel a lot with my car, so I encounter a lot of police checkpoints and other related security agents. So in most cases, I try not to pave opportunity for this kind. So I've never.
Hmm. That is an interesting one. I know that there are a lot of people who have fallen victim as a result of ethnic profiling. By the way, we had the policeman said if you were Igbo or all those other tribes would have detained you. Mazi Keke, to what extent do you think ethnicity have eaten deep into our institution? I'm still also going to ask, anyway, I would say our institution because we are still within that Nigerian circle. We've not been able to get Biafra. To what extent do you think ethnicity have eaten deep into the Nigerian institutions? Not just the Nigerian police, but other institutions as well. We've seen uh, some of these parastatals, government offices, where there are a lot of tribalism going on within that, within the office circle, and organizations. Mazi Keke.
Yeah, Mazi Patrick. I'm very, very happy for our brother Chick Austin, who have never experienced such a police brutality and all this embarrassment in that particular country. Maz, this is exactly what we are saying when we talk about coming back to realize who we are as a Biafrans, or maybe we try to separate ourselves from these particular individuals. People will misunderstand it, but this is a very good example for people to learn and know that this is how can you, a security man, open mouth boldly to say if you're an Igbo man. Not only him, it's just because camera captured this particular one. It's not only him. Imagine where Nigeria will be sending them outside the country for maybe proper international training, you will not see an Igbo man there. The ethnicity of hatred and whatever they will name it is all eating all over Nigeria. There is nothing Igbo man will do in that country they will show regard. If you're a rich man, they will keep calm, but inside them, they hate you as an Igbo man. It's a very critical example. This one that just happened 2 days ago. So what we are saying is no need of we killing ourselves. For me, for every individual to show and move away from their tracks, go their own way. When we are crossing those areas, those borders, we know that we are going in somebody's country. You have to prepare yourself. When they are coming down to our own, you prepare yourself. This particular problem can never stop, Mazi Patrick, and all over Biafrans, I'm just telling you. This one was captured in the camera. That's why everybody is shouting. Imagine millions of them who are the road and what our people are passing through. Not everybody will have that encouragement to bring camera to video a policeman. You know that. Not everybody. It's because this guy have that mind to bring camera to video what is going on for people to see. Imagine what people are passing through in that country today, that something like this will happen. A policeman will come boldly to tell you that if you're an Igbo man, he will detain you without doing nothing. All your particulars is complete. And this is why we are shouting, we must leave the country. And we shall take care of ourselves. Mazi, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. What's Justin? I want to bring this question to you because there is something that Mazi Keke pointed out here, that one of the reasons we are fighting to separate ourselves is because of some of these things we are experiencing, some of the tribalism we are experiencing. Do you think that if the Igbos separate from the rest of Nigeria and we now have to do international border crossing, do you think there will be more respect for one another, uh, as regards to how we treat our neighbors? Mas Justin, do you think there will be more respect and more dignity in handling, uh, maybe at that international level?
Well, I don't know if I'm coming out loud.
Yeah, you should be coming out, but you need to be on the screen as well.
Okay. First of all, let me uh you sought for my opinion in respect to the question you asked. But beyond individual's opinion as regards to if I think the menace ongoing in Nigerian society is going to be experienced at the level of you know separation. I wouldn't want to give a submission here without looking at some historical records. I fancy a lot historical records because it builds a strong classical allusion, a very strong bond for people to leverage on in course of making their citations. Let's look at the old Sudan between the South and North Sudan when they were in one country. There was a heavy abuse of the rights of the Southerners. I mean, the people from South Sudan. Those of them in the North were abusing their rights because the people of Northern Sudan were controlling Sudan. They were controlling every sector of Sudanese existence. And the state machinery that's supposed to protect the rights of the people of Southern Sudan were used against the people of Southern Sudan. Their human rights were abused. They were clamped down like animals. Permit me, forgive my language. But as a result of their constant agitation, over 25 years of consistency in agitating, to define a life for themselves, to define a future for themselves. At a time, the global community saw sense in what they were pursuing and assisted them in achieving that objective. Today, you cannot experience same abuse of the rights of these people of Southern Sudan. You can't see it happening again. It's no longer happening. There is, even though there is no absolute human right respect, but there is a relative human right respect of the people of the South. The people of the North cannot cross the border, go and kill the people of South. You can't do it. It negates the principle of, Geneva Convention, the concept of sovereignty, the respect for one's territorial integrity. At that level, it becomes an international crime. But when they were together, you can call it internal problem. Or should I go by the language of Gowon? You can say it's a police action because it was still an internal problem. But if it was a crime committed against a citizen of another state, it becomes an international crime. And the world will definitely frown at it. And the state at which you clamp down on her citizen will definitely call for accountability. We hold you accountable. So that is what it is. You cannot, what people are passing through in Nigeria today, especially, those of us from the Biafran region, is because we are still under the contraption. No matter the argument people are putting up out there is no how you will compare life in relatively homogeneous society than a very complex society like Nigeria. You can imagine an employee of a state who's supposed to protect the citizen of the state, irrespective of your political affiliation, your religious affiliation, your ethnic affiliation, was there exhibiting high level of tribalism. And we're not talking about an ordinary citizen. We are talking about an armed citizen showcasing an ethnic profiling. It's a serious issue. We're talking about somebody who has the equipment to take away life. I'm boldly telling you that if you are from Igbo tribe, that he would have subjected the individual into unhard condition. And we're talking about somebody who is in possession of state equipment to take life, capacity, and assault rifle. It's a serious issue. So when people understand, for us, those of us who are young, relatively younger, we think it's just a new thing. It happened in Abuja in Aposis. Because some of us will think it's just a contemporary challenge. It's not. In Abuja, during the time of Olusegun Obasanjo, 6 Igbo young men were killed by an Hausa police officer. Until today, those police officers who carried out the genocide have never been held accountable. And do you know what? Why the officer you see today had the temerity to toe that line is because antecedent has proven that those who committed crime against citizens based on their ethnic affiliation, nothing happened to them. And that's why he could be bold to repeat the nonsense. Because those who did it in Abuja, the Aposis, none of them paid for it. So until we start putting the necessary pressure that you cannot waste our lives on ethnic lie, and get away with it until we start calling accountability to threat, a national threat, identity threat. These things will keep on repeating itself. That is all I have to say.
Yes, that is quite an interesting analysis. There is also something I want to ask Mazi Keke. I don't know if you are the background, which I will still also ask Mazi Austin. Is there
I'm here, man.
we have our first caller? Let's see if we can take this first caller before I ask this question because I want to ask about how ethnic cleansing start because we know that ethnic cleansing first of all start by ethnic profiling and we are coming to that. Let's take this let's take this caller. Hello caller, good evening and welcome to BTV Europe.
Thank you, Mr. Patrick, and thank you, the panel. I am calling from Texas, USA. My name is Ewuzie. First and foremost, the case of the policeman, you may think is isolated. Yes, to some extent, it was an isolated case. And why do I say so? Our people, we have all it takes now on earth to be aware, to be informed of development around our vicinity within our own space. Are we using it? Are we utilizing it? No. Our people are more concerned with buying and selling. I'm not saying it as a matter of insult, but that shows you the direction where they go. Even when they buy newspapers, they don't look at stories, they look for pictures. I'm involved in it, so I know what I'm talking. Let me rest it there. I'm glad that Mazi Austin talked about the Apo killing in Abuja a couple of years back. What has come out of that thing, that issue? Nothing. There's no follow-up. But in this age, technology has made it so available that whatever happens, matter of fact, the case in view, within 30 minutes that thing came on air, the whole world saw it. I've experienced similar things. I say it's isolated because it was one man driving in a vehicle. If there were people in a bus, and that is where I blame people from Biafra land, blame people from Southeast. They will tell the driver, settle this man now, let us go. We have to admit this is a basic truth. I schooled in Kwara State. When I traveled to Onitsha, to Kwara State, you come to Onitsha, up Iweka, you bought their vehicle in the 80s. Normally, you either get a bus or you get this Peugeot wagon. They will carry the correct passenger. They get to Benin, the police will stop them. The driver don't have any business with the police. He will roll out his mat and look for a shade and start praying. The police will be saying, hey, I come and remove this vehicle here. Because they've tried it, the driver will tell them, I handed over money at Onitsha. So I don't have any money. I don't have any money for drive. And what I have here is for gasoline. People from the east will be saying, driver, settle this man. Let us get out of here. And until we get out of that thinking, which, makes us to look like we are more busier than other people, you are in a haste. You don't want to, because you are giving the impression that you have the money or you can bulldoze your way. The police sees it differently. They see you as a criminal. And therefore, everybody in a mass transit will say, police settle them now, let us get away. This thing happened with the Kenneth Richuku boss, it happens to with United, it happens to Isuchuku, it happens to the only one that didn't give them the opportunity to do that was ABC Transport at the time. I don't know of now. So the propensity in our people to say settle the police, let us go, is why the reason why Nigerian police will bribe to be posted to the east.
So,
That
so,
is
so,
not reason.
Mazi,
Yes.
invariably, are you saying that the Easterners also contributed in police corruption in Nigeria?
I wouldn't say contribute, but they enable them. We are on unnecessary haste to go. If you stop a Yoruba man will tell you, I don't have fish, I'm not giving you any money. But an Igbo man will be in unnecessary hurry. And the police might start looking at him as a criminal, maybe he's hiding something. Police work is psychology. Anybody who is doing security understands this. So when you start becoming hypertensive because a police stopped you, they want to know where you are going and where you are coming from and whatever you have. In fact, they will right there try to profile you, try to search you. Why would the police search you without a search warrant? That's the point I'm making. We are not, we are only enabling them to do that because they know that the Igbo have thin, very lean patience. They want to get to their business. They want to go and make their money. So the police uses it as an opportunity to grab their own. That's the point I'm making. Our people need to listen to. You people are talking about it now, radio, BTV. How many of our people are listening now? Radio Biafra, how many people are the women in America talked about it today? Mazi Alozie talked about it today. How many people in Biafra land is paying attention? No. They will look for Manchester United and all the soccer. That's where the attention is. Now we are the one bringing the awareness. You tell them that Nigerian government is bringing the military into Biafra land because they are going to start looking for our young men to grab them because of their desire to destroy IPOB and Eastern Security Network. How many of them are paying attention? How many of them are saying, we are hearing this? Call your brother in. Do not move anyhow. Do not go and bring notice to yourself. As far as I'm concerned, let me end there. Here, we are still under siege. So this is not a time for our young people to be loud on the street because when you do it, it's an invitation, it's an attraction. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that contribution. Mazi Austin, this act of the Igbos to give to security forces on the way, maybe, is it out of benevolence or because they don't want to involve in unnecessary argument? Mazi Austin, can you give us a little clearer picture? Because this caller just made a very big point here that our people are always at disposition to give and move. Is it an act of benevolence, trying to show kindness, or is it because their business is so much important to them that they don't want to waste time in argument? Mazi Austin, can you hear me?
Well, I think I have to give a lot. I have to give a lot of accolades to the. Yes, I can hear you. I believe you can hear me as
Go ahead, go
well.
ahead.
Am I being heard?
100%. Mazi, go ahead, please.
Hello. I hope are you here?
Mazi Austin, just go ahead. We can hear you 100%. Go ahead.
Okay, I will give a lot of accolades to the caller that just finished speaking. So I think he made a whole lot of wonderful submissions here. You see, like he pointed out, it's all about psychology. Let me give you an instant. I do experience, police uh, clearing you and asking for particular. It's normal. It's normal. Recently, I was driving down from Iguacha, Port Harcourt through Aba, heading to Owerri, and I get to this lot of checkpoints, and none of them packed me. But I got to this particular checkpoint. I was cleared. Normally, I step down from the road, and the policeman approached me and said, "Please, can we see your document? I want to search your boot." I said, "Good, I'm fine." I came down from the vehicle, opened my car boot, you know, gave him my particulars, and also, even without him asking, I also gave him my driver's license, the original copy, the plastic copy. I gave him, and after checking everything, he said, "Anything for us?" I said, "I don't have anything to give. I don't have any." Continued my journey. I have come to the realization that in most cases, our people do not subject their vehicles, in most cases, into getting all the required documents. It's cheap. I'm specifically talking about, you know, those who own vehicles on the road. Some of them will have all the papers, and they might even not have as common as there's this document they call CMR. CMR. It's better I'm saying it on air here so that those of us who are listening will take note of that. Most of us have all our documents, but we do not have a particular document. It's called CMR. I wish I can have a copy and show you what it looks like. And when police screen and gets to that point and say, "Oh, your vehicle do not have CMR," that is where the process of extortion sneaks in. Sometimes too, our people might also have all these documents. When it comes to, though there is a flag, the former IG gave a stand down on it. But when they were asking for tinted permits, for those of us who has vehicles that have people drive without even caring of getting this tinted permit. You have two documents covering it. One is medical. There's this one you go to, government hospitals to get medical certification that you have an eye issue. That is the reason why you have your vehicle tipped. After that, there is also this one. You go to police site, Nigerian police site, and, and pay for. So when you have all these things, you have no business allowing anybody to. In fact, you're not creating room for anybody to extort you. Like the caller said, if our people should imbibe the attitude of get your things standardized. If anybody wants to check you, let him check you. Except on a good gesture you want to give out to anybody. That is your personal. But this idea of paving the way for anybody to extort you, sometimes these things happen as a result of some of these things I have highlighted that we do not do. you to see where they can have a lapses to subject you into extortion. But I do drive through those areas because I make sure all my documents are intact. So, first of all, let us get ourselves on a right position. Then nobody can easily get away with it. Nobody. The last you can say is anything for the boys. Do you know funniest thing? If you most of the um, police officers in East, they always use this language in greeting, especially the young ones. They always use this word odogu. If you ask every young man who applies the Eastern route, the police will always address you as odogu. Do you know what? Why? Because most of our young men, these so-called young billionaires, or so to say, they have created the impression that when they get to police checkpoints, rather than allowing police to do their work, they believe to wind down their windscreen, their doors, their door screen, and give money.
And hand over bills.
Yes, and a policeman who is going home with a token as a salary, and he will prefer to have 20 people who will wind down their glasses and offer him money than even checking anything. So sometimes when they stop, they say they greet with the language, "Hey, Odogbo, Odogbo, have fun, how you dey?" It's because of the message our people have sent. So while we're also blaming them, we also have to take responsibility of the kind of psychological conditioning we are sending out. Because, like he rightly said, when I was serving in North, I could remember when I was serving in North in a place called Shendam local government in Plateau State. It's 3 hours from Shendam or 2 hours plus from Shendam to Jos. Whenever I'm traveling from Shendam to Jos, when police people stop the drivers and you want to ask them for money, they will tell you they don't have. If you want them to park, they park and wait for you. You do all your check-ins. Whenever you're done, the journey continues. That is the mental disposition of that region. So our own people will have sent the message that money can do everything for us. Money can get everything for us. And the people you're sending the message have accepted it. That you don't want to do anything. Perhaps you don't want to do the right thing. You believe with money you can, jump past the process. And they are taking the opportunity because you presented opportunity. So these are all about social disposition, social
Okay, now,
safety.
Mazi Austin, I want to tell our viewers that the number is open. We've received the first call. I received a call that was calling directly from Biafra land, and I told the person, you can't be calling directly from Biafra land when you have the disposition to call on my
Well, but I still have a call here, but I don't know if I should call him back.
Of course, of course. If you have any call, you let us know. If you have any call, it's very important so that we can entertain those calls. Any of you that receive call should make it available so that we'll be able to start taking call. Now, the question I want to put across, Mazi Austin, because we've talked about how our people are aiding, like the first caller said, by with bribe. But does it amount to ethnic profiling? Does it mean that for the fact that Igbos, are always at disposition to give money, or bribe their way, does it amount to the kind of ethnic profiling we saw in this situation, where a police officer tell you, if you were Igbo, I would have detained you?
No, no, Mazi, it doesn't. That one we are talking about hate. What the police officer displayed was a hatred on a particular ethnic or the Igbo ethnic group. It has nothing to do with mere extortion. We are talking about just a replication of what is happening in South Africa. This is a xenophobic display. That is what it is.
I think it's ethnophobic.
Okay, sorry, ethno display. That is what it is. And it's coming from somebody, by all definitions and responsibility, was meant to protect the citizens, irrespective of their ethnic affiliations. It's quite unfortunate. So that one is quite a different issue. And such a person, if it's not properly handled, can also replicate Apple incident wherever he finds himself.
If the
Because
opportunity, if the opportunity is given.
yes, he will still repeat what happened in Apple.
And from my personal observation, if that commuter was an Igbo, with the level of response he was giving to that police officer, maybe his reaction would have also been more extreme. What do you think? Mazi Keke, let me ask you this one now. If that commuter was an Igbo citizen, with the kind of response and even telling the police officer that I'm recording you, do you think he would have received the same level of respect? Somebody on the call on your end?
No, Mazi, I just want to respond to you. Maybe let me let you finish.
Okay, let's take this caller because today we are taking more calls. Please, if you are not talking, mute yourself. Let's take this caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
My brother Patrick, good afternoon from here, KK and Austin.
You are welcome to the program.
Yes, Patrick, my contribution is that number one is that we personally, I will not keep blaming our people. And I thank God and thank the IPOB movement worldwide. Let me tell you this. As at 5-6 years ago, our people were killed on the road. Let us not forget it. Constantly. Because of 50 naira, because of 200 naira, because of 300 naira. Nigerian police and military brutality subjugated our people for giving in for bribing. Our people did not just wake up in the morning and start doing it. Is the type of brutality our people we were faced. As of 7 years ago, our people were killed constantly, because of 50 naira, because of 20 naira.
Because even when our people refuse to give, they say Igbo man is stingy.
Exactly. And then those that were not killed by then, they were taken to the police station and locked up indefinitely. Now, that was one of why I'm saying thank you, IPOB movement. It was IPOB that fought gallantly, that refused. Let us not forget that. It was IPOB that fought gallantly, that fizzled away. Today, at least our people are not being killed that way as it was 5 years ago. Now, secondly, the governors of our region are those also helping these people. Our people are like helpless. I want to ask this. How many times have you seen any Igbo governor, senator, local government chairman, councillors condemning what Nigerian government and police brutality, what they are doing to our people. Have you ever seen them condemn them? Instead, these governors, these people, they will always aid and help Nigeria police brutality and military brutality on our people all the time. Look at what is going on in our region. They will never condemn whatever Nigeria government is doing. They will not. So, you see, when people are, Nigerian people also, Nigerian people and Nigerian government, they know how to fight our people. They know how to fight our people. They know that when you are constant and they begin to do something over and over and over again, that was when our people start giving in.
So the caller, I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
So are you implying that the gesture of the Igbos towards the police is a kind of paying for their safety, paying for their life each time they are harassed on the way? Is that what you are implying?
You are on point. You are on point. You are on point. That is it. Because our people want to live. Our people want to stay alive. They don't care how many times would they stop people or would they be harassing people and you see trailer from behind and sweep everybody and everybody in that car will
Caller, hold on. Mazi Keke want to make an input. Mazi Keke, what do you have something to say?
Yes, Mazi Patrick, I wanted to say this thing before we have a caller. This thing is very important for us to digest and discuss. And we are Igbos. The way you see things may not be the way I see things. Your own experience in life over there might not be my own experience in life. You can't take the experience people from Olo Aziz down to Okigwe has and compare it people living in maybe Omahia. Or I don't know what we are, maybe not Anambra, River State. Those people that is living in Olo Aziz tell you what they are passing through. People in Anambra or people in a River State will not understand. But the truth of this matter here, like this our brother is saying, is he don't know the power of I don't know if I should mention it here. The power of gun. He don't know the power of that thing those people are holding there. Sometimes he paralyzes our people. Do you know that a journey that will take you to 2 hours, a policeman, because of 100 naira, you did not give him 100 naira, he will hold you there for that 2 hours. Just to hold you there, for you to stay under that sun for 2 hours while you're supposed to reach your house, maybe you go to business, supposed to put things in your shop, you will stay there with him as a punishment for not giving him 100 naira. So our people prefer to give that 100 naira and save their life, like this my brother said, and go. The problem we are having today is not because of maybe they are bribing. Like Mazi Chika, he nailed the thing. He's very, very correct. But as an arrow wafo or this is arrow which continue happening every day. Our people take it as a normal duty to when you want to go out, you first of all check your pocket to know how much you have for the police. And our brother said it here. What is the governors and the CP doing about it? Because I have had that experience. If you are traveling from Lagos now to East, my brother, if you want to travel successfully, move Friday morning. That Friday morning is the day they go to their mosque, the day they go to the push all the money they get for the week. Before 12 o'clock, you have to leave those areas. After 12 o'clock, they will be coming back. The ones you will see at the road is the ones with Oshishi, with yes, battle, yes. So what we are saying is that the intimidation made our people to enter into that corruption of society to save their life, as my brother said, and nobody can say about that. The intimidation is too much. Mazi, let me say it on BTV. Do you know how many of our people, because of something like this, who are in the prison today are waiting trial? As we speak now, ask Chika. The magistrates in Nigeria now have gone to holiday until October. Until October, my brother. A court is supposed to round up on 3 months, you will round it up in 3, 4 years. Things is not going well in that country. We don't need to blame our citizens. The government know what they are doing. And you can't do anything. Anything you want to do, they will take you to court. From court, you wait awaiting trials there for 3, 4 years.
Because even the
Uh,
justice, even the justice system itself
It's
is
corrupt.
also
It's corrupt.
compromised.
You
Yes.
can verify this thing I'm telling you now. The justices are not sitting. They are on holiday till
And
October.
okay, now there is a
Go
question
ahead.
I want to ask. There is a question I want to ask. Is it because the justice system is also compromised that also lead because the citizens already knew that they cannot even get justice in a situation where they stand their ground? Does it also contribute to citizens falling victim and playing along to just, to be able to buy their lives over? Paula, I want to thank you for that contribution you made, a wonderful one there. Mazi Austin, is that yes, you have just 1 minute, caller, so that we can take other calls.
Yes, exactly. Do you know that 2 years or 3 years ago, the deputy governor of Anambra State came out on during Christmas time when police were stopping our people, and he cried out loudly. You know that he was warned. He has never tried such thing before. Go and check in Anambra State. In Anambra, the deputy governor, there was a time he was going somewhere and the hold up or traffic was so much
I
that
think
our
I
people
remember that event that took place.
Yes,
Yes.
and another thing is this. Another thing is this. Those hold up or traffic, our people has born into ashes on several occasions. So whatever that will make them not to stay on traffic in Nigeria, they will do it. And that is why, please, the only thing we have is IPOB, the institutionalization of IPOB, and the stabilization of IPOB is our hope. I'm telling you honestly, brothers.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you for that
God bless you.
contribution.
God
Thank,
bless you.
thank
I
you.
love you all.
Thank you very much. Mazi Austin, is the judiciary or the judicial the Nigerian judiciary, because when people cannot get justice, they are forced to, comply in certain situations to be able to bail themselves, even when they are not guilty. Understanding that the judicial system have compromised itself, there is no justice, that even when they resist the police, they cannot still get justice at the end of the day. Does it play a factor to what we are seeing, how our people have been conditioned?
Well, you should understand that there's this popular saying that judiciary is the last hope of a common man. This is, should I say, a common saying. But in the case of Nigeria, you should ask yourself, when people talk about a messed up judicial system, people tend to leverage it to, when the judge is pronouncing the judgment. That is where people always come, hang their minds that the judiciary is corrupt from that point. The honest truth remains that from the level of police arranging the charge sheet, you get what I'm saying? If a man has a criminal case that normally it is the police legal department that is meant to prosecute the suspect in question. At that level of police legal department, opening the prosecution process of the suspect, at that level, justice can be aborted. Normally, it's supposed to be something that the state, because the police is prosecuting on behalf of the state. It's supposed to be what the police as an institution supposed to do. But in most cases, even you who is seeking justice and expecting the police, legal department to prosecute a suspect, they will tell you if you do not bring this and that you should forget the matter. And they will leave the suspect. Then when they now move into the level of judiciary, that is also where you now have to also see other rotten aspect of the system. The honest truth is that the leaders of Nigeria consciously destroy the country, weaken the institutions, because they know a weak institution is for the betterment of a corrupt leadership. This is what people do not understand. The only way to consolidate and sustain a corrupt leadership system is by weakening the institution. When institution is strengthened, it is for the benefit of its citizens. When it is weakened, it is for the benefit of few corrupt so-called leaders. So in the case of Nigeria, the leaders deliberately destroy every fabric of Nigerian society. They weaken the police, made the police to be an elite police. Nigerian police system is structured in the way to protect the politicians than the ordinary people. The same thing they did in the military. So these politicians deliberately carried out all this weakening of the institution because they understand that when an institution is weakened, accountability, enforcement of law will not be there. So to the ordinary man who understands that, why am I going to the judiciary when I know it's just a jamboree?
That you
When
cannot get justice.
I can be called by even a local government councillor and directed on what to do. So why am I going to while my time?
If Mazi, if 100 naira or 200 can save you all the headache.
Good. So that is where you now see people choosing to do the road sorting. And besides, let me tell you one shocking thing you might find it difficult to be in tune with. Do you know if you go to various state commands, if you go to various state governments, including federal government, you will hear a lot of litigations. The citizens won against the state. Ask yourself, do the state react to that? They just fling it off.
They do not
Even,
compensate for it.
even when people get justice,
Yes.
let's say you have your right your right was abused by the police, and you went to court to seek for redress, and the court awarded you some level of what awarded.
Compensation.
Do you know that all these court awards, they are being dumped like a tissue papers? No follow up. So it's just like you just went for moon play. The judicial process you went to is just a moon play. Because the essence of you going there is to resuscitate yourself. But only for you to come out, the institution that's supposed to even comply with the court decision will receive the court order, the court judgment, and just recycle it somewhere. No follow up, no implementation. So it's a
Let's Mazi
public
Austin, let's take this call. Hello, caller from Belgium. Caller, welcome to the program. If you receive calls from your end, please indicate so that we can take them. Mazi Keke. Hello, caller, welcome to the program.
Yes, are you talking to me, Patrick?
Absolutely, go ahead.
Okay, good evening to you and good evening to Mazi Keke and Mazi Chika. Good evening to Mazi Keke Uda and Mazi Chika. Awesome. This is Ifeanyi Madabuchi, and I'm calling from the Netherlands anyway, but it's all the same.
Okay.
Netherlands and Belgium and Luxembourg was one country.
Okay.
So what I want to say that we shouldn't be embarking on unconscious revisionism. We all know that Nigerian armed forces, especially the police, do pay bribe to be sent to the east. It's not to do their job. Do you remember how many billions of naira? Is it trillion? They said they get a quarter from the east, from extortion. And this extortion is not just about stopping you and you want to pay to go. No, they will hold you there. They will threaten you. I have been threatened. Thank God that some of us, like Mazi Chika said, that you haven't experienced it.
Mazi, I'll be telling my own story at the end of the program. It's not the first time I've told my story, but I'm going to tell it again. Go ahead.
Okay. Shall I continue?
Go ahead.
So there was one time I went home. I went to visit my grandma family, and when I was coming back, the police, the checkpoints, they stopped me, and I was getting the paper. I gave them the license. I was getting the paper. The man said, "Forget your paper. And the paper will go to chop." So you see how they cut me off from doing the legal thing. He said, "No, the paper then go chop." Now I said, I have my license. I have the papers. What do you want? You know, when you are coming from here, from Europe, it is very hard. And that boy who challenged the police on the road, he was coming from UK.
Yes.
So when you are coming from Europe and somebody was trying to extort money from you, you find it very strange. So I said to the policeman, "Why do you want what do you want?" They said, "Do you find something for us? We know your paper. We don't know your paper." So I took very grudgingly, I gave them 500. One of them sparked. Said,
Yeah.
I said that,
yes.
He said that, "Why are you giving me 500 naira? What are we going to do with 500 naira?" I said, "No, I don't want to give you anything at all." And he said, "Okay, we will take you to the office." The other man, the other man said, "Otisha now. He said, "He has tried. Let's go." So these people are not about, it's not always about paper and having the correct paper. They have mindset to, again, 2 times I was stopped in Lagos. One time I was traveling out. They said they want to check me. They do physical. They said they want to do an X-ray. We went underground, they did X-ray. They didn't find anything. When we come up above ground, they said, "Now, the whole naira I have on me, they want to take it." And I said, "I beg you not to do me X-ray. I want to pay, not to have X-ray." Do you see where paying comes? Because the magare they are pumping into you doing X-ray is not healthy. So I want to buy my way out of doing that camera X-ray. But they insisted that I must do it. So I did it. But after doing it, they insisted to collect all my naira. And I was dragging that I won't give that naira. One of them plainly told me, "Oga, if you want to travel, that's your flight. You better give us your money. Otherwise, if you are not leaving, we will hold you here for suspect. We are suspecting you of having drugs." I said, "But you have done the X-ray. What suspect again?" He said, "No, that one, your grammar you speak." So eventually, they collected my whole naira. So evidence are found.
So Mazi, at this point, you even have to buy your way to be able to book your flight.
Exactly.
Just like our people are paying on the toll gate to be able to save their lives.
Exactly. Now, another one I want to tell you guys was in the night. I went to visit a friend in Lagos. So after visiting the friend, I was in a taxi going home. In the night, they stopped me. And you know, some of them have psychologically known that we come in. So they said they stopped me, such. They said, "Okay." I said, "I have nothing to hide, nothing. The vehicle is not mine, it belongs to a taxi man." Okay, they said, "Okay, now how much you could help us?" I said, "I have nothing for you because I have committed no offense." And I swore that I will not give the money. The taxi man or his volition, God give them 1,000 naira. They said they're taking me to the station. That man called me. He said, these people are very dangerous, so God, please do something. Eventually, I was extorted 5,000 naira for nothing. So this is ethnic profiling of the highest order is happening to our people in Nigeria altogether, especially in the East. They pay money to come to the East to be able to extort our people. Even in my hometown, wine tappers are being extorted. Before, nobody was looking at them, but now they will stop them and say, okay, you go give us 1,000 naira. Wine tappers. What papers do they have to produce? But they have to pay because they know they're going to sell the wine. They have to collect the money. So it's not always that this thing, my brothers and sisters who are listening, the extortion and the ethnic profiling in Nigeria is very dangerous. And thank God, thank heavens and God's nature, our nature's God, that this thing of these policemen in Ondo Road was exposed. This happens multiple times in a day to our people, especially when you are Igbo. You will be threatened physically, you will be threatened with your life, and some of our people get lost, get killed, their organs harvested, and their body are lost forever. I have my homeboy who was traveling from home to Lagos. No, his wife at home is on the condition that he's going to Lagos. The Lagos people is on the condition that he's at home. Nobody have seen his side again till today. What are we talking about? The only thing that will save us from Nigeria is getting the hell out of there. Because the ethnic profile, you're talking about parastatals. No, they don't want us to work in the NLPC, but they want us to join the army. The parastatals, the Hausa and the Yoruba are monopolizing everywhere. The Igbos are just to do your own. We cannot work in NNPC or in the central bank. No. Or she told us to force our people to enter the army. My people, let me leave it here.
Thank you very much. Do any of you have calls? Do you have calls from your end? Mazi Austin, do you have calls from your end?
No.
Mazi Keke, do you have any call from your end?
No, not yet. Not yet. I will let you know.
Beautiful. Really wonderful submission. We have another caller. Let's see who this caller is. Hello, caller. Caller, can you please turn down the volume of your listening device, please?
Can you hear me now?
100%. Go ahead. Your name and where you are calling from.
Okay, this is thank God Ibekwe calling you from Mexico. I greet you. I greet Austin. I greet Mazi Uda. We have a long journey to go. People may blame our people because of their ignorance. My brother, we are all born ignorance. Where you say racist. Racist, if you see the symbol of racist like a little kid, black and white, they hug together, maybe 6 years or 5 years. They don't know what is called. But it is written that racist is taught. So they inherited it, somebody taught them. So our people today don't have a kind of orientation. They don't have where scholars sit down and they map out how our people will be channeled both in economic activities that that's supposed to sustain our people. Like somebody saying that we have a trading and buying mentality. Yes, how did we come to be a trading and buying mentality? Do we just wake up and choose to be a buying and selling mentality? Now, let me just tell you from my own experience. From the beginning, I was not even happy with us in how we was. I see that is somehow economic to the truth because they can't tell me that average Igbo man is not passing through oppression in Nigeria because Nigeria is a fair state. People are hungry. The place where people are hungry, they behave like animals. That is like where a boat, where people are drowning in the sea. You try to see how you survive before you think about others. So that is what exactly Nigeria is passing through. those people at the helm of the echelon there, they are just using, any business that they come out, they just pocket whatever, and the rest of the society is by the living by the graces of God. When I came back one certain time in that Morital Airport, Lagos, I have my brother as a military officer. He was waiting me outside because I used to stay at the Liverpool, that army barrack there. So he was waiting for me at the outside the gate. So when I get there, even some of this last call I said that they said that they should scam him. So they come to me and they said they should scam me. I say you cannot scam me, you cannot do me X-ray. That is so that a beam light there. It has a you need to be physically and healthy, strong for you to withstand. If not, because it damages a lot of cells. I say, how did you come to this conclusion that you just see me say you will scam me? They say he's suspecting me that so no, if you are suspecting me, that does not warrant you to go and scam me. You don't even have any information about you. You don't know me. All of a sudden, you're out of your imagination. And so now I'm suspecting you that you swallow something. I will pay. You will be scam as well. So if you scam me, I didn't see. If you didn't find any illegitimate thing on me, then I will process you. Let us make this an agreement. Let me invite my brother. Let us sign this as in a contract. Since I start dragging with him to the extent it's okay. One woman came and said she'll find them something. So what I want to tell you this is that they are just there for their business. It's not about if you are right or not. Anybody that can pay, any way they can make that money is what they are after. The rest doesn't matter. So, okay, apart from that, I came with Italia. Do you know that one of my bag, I don't know if because of I didn't see one of the bag. My trousers, my everything, I didn't see it. I went to the airport several times. I didn't see it. Then I went to the airline. They said I should go to their office at the this Mandela's. So I should go there and they will pay me $500. That is agreement between them and Nigeria. That anybody that lost a bag that is not declared, so they will only pay you 500. So when they see your bag is worth more than $500, maybe $10,000 or what the items there, they will store that bag. So the company will pay you 500. So it become business. So do you know the another thing is there that I was going to that Mandela's, so I have to stop at this this our papa, beside our papa, beside our
Caller, you
papa,
have
so
one
that
minute to round up, please, so that other
okay, that's
people
okay,
can call in.
that's
Yes.
okay. So I get down there. Then I was trying to take Okada to Mandela. So some men just come from nowhere and they grab me. I say, what is happening? They say they just grabbed me, dragging me. I said, man, leave me. I start fighting with them. They took me to Lion Building. So I was shouting to the people around. My friends, come see what is it. No, people there pretend as if nobody's talking. So they took me to the Lion Building. And the policeman put me in a room. I saw three guys there, Igbo guys. I said, what did you do? They said they are with the 500,000 naira. They are selling at the Alaba market. So these people called and said they should bring the receipt. I said, what? I said, let us make noise. So one of them is hearing there. I said, let us fight. They just drag me outside and start beating me. So my brother, this is because of time. I want to make a plea to DLS. I want them to set up a kind of a report center, a kind of where people can call and start reporting, because we need to be reporting what is going on in that land.
Start compiling some of these events, very, very documenting them. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you for that wonderful contribution. Yeah. Yes. So, Mazi Austin, I know that you seem a little you seem a little overwhelmed. You look a bit tired. And I can notice it from my end. I understand it's already past 11 p.m. heading to midnight, but we just have to, because we still have other videos that are coming up. We are going to deal with certain international issues as regards to the Biafra struggle. We saw the journey that was made recently to Israel, and also how Israel have reenacted their relationship and position with Nigeria. We're going to look at all that. We're also going to play a video shortly about the man, Wang, is it Wang or something, who made a remark as regards to uh, the to Nnamdi Kanu, who happens to be the former leader of IPOB. Um, but I want to see how we can round up this particular episode of police brutality. We saw during NSAS what led to NSAS was as a result of police brutality, not just not just ethnic profiling of Igbos, but the entire country, especially in the southern part of Nigeria. We saw what led to that event in was it in 2020, right? When people were massacred in toll gate in Lagos because of police brutality. Now, Mazi Austin, before I come to Mazi Keke, I know that profiling, ethnic profiling, like I said earlier, goes with ethnic cleansing. Because before you see uh, ethnic cleansing happen, there must first of all be an ethnic profiling. So Mazi Austin, how do we mitigate, like this last caller said, that how do we start documenting some of these events? Mazi Keke, hope you are there as well. Mazi Austin, how do we
Okay.
start documenting some of these events, especially as relate to our struggle, so that we'll be able to make a serious case to the international community as regards to reason we are agitating to separate ourselves from the contraption called Nigeria?
Well, thanks once again. I strongly believe that there are certain things we've not really taken into strong cognizance, and one of those things is I don't think we have created a kind of a center for inflow of reports and experiences by our people in respect to the area we are discussing. Because, you know, people cannot, our people are experiencing these things in various degrees. The last caller was narrating his own experience. I couldn't even imagine that at that level of, having people entering into the country, you could have swear subject them into such, level of extortion and
And
harassment.
inhuman treatment.
Yeah. So, but I think one of those things the leadership should take up. When I mean take up, I mean practical and timely take up, is to create a platform where our people can share their experiences. Some have not only oral experience, oral submissions. Some people have a lot of pictorial and video evidences to their claims. So these are one of those things the leadership could take upon herself, create a channel where people call in and narrate such stereotyping, such profiling. Very, very important, because it's not just enough for us to come here and discuss it at the level of awareness and everybody slide home. The thing will keep on going. But by the time you create a platform where people push in,
Okay, now Austin is out a bit. Mazi Keke, can you unmute? Okay, Mazi Austin, are you back?
yes, I've been here.
Okay, okay, because it's like you left you went offline a bit.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is it's not all about creating awareness. Beyond awareness, there should be a platform where our people can bring in their stories. There are people who have videos, who have evidence, strong evidences on this. Then so that when you are approaching, it's not only just somebody told you this is what he encountered in so place and so place, then you relax, or you think only to push it to global stage. Sometimes all those strong evidence can as well be directed to the agency in question. Oh, so person in so division, look at what he did to this person. Please, we need your response. You get what I'm saying? So we need to create a platform, because we are not the only people. Let me also say this. Let me sound this so that people. I always talk about history, and I cherish history, historical records and events a lot. We are not the only people who have experienced profiling, who have experienced stereotyping. There are people, history have a lot of stories about races and nations that have had such experience. But one thing that makes them unique is that they did not just come and start crying. They have a lot of documentations. If you look at the Jews are not telling you that there was a Holocaust for you to believe. They have strong evidences. They have individuals, records of individuals who encountered it. They have videos and pictures of individuals who experienced it. So we should not just limit our efforts on creating this awareness. It is hard time now we are talking about institutionalization, that archiving documentations should be taken as a high priority in what we are doing. That is all I have to say.
Yes, Mazi Keke, do you think that the ethnic profiling of the Igbos will help agitation for Biafran restoration? In please
Ma-
please mute yourself.
yes,
Mute yourself.
yes,
Do you
yes.
think it will help us make our case at the international level with the international community if we're able to do a proper documentation of some of these activities? Not just it. Please mute your mic. Somebody should mute, please.
Yes, Patrick, I don't know, I'm coming out clear.
Yes, 100%.
Yes, like Mazi Osin have said here, very, very important for us to have our documentation. Mazi, let me now read from Google. Ethnic profiling is when police or public officials target people based on their race and ethnicity. We are being targeted. There is nothing nobody can tell me about Biafran region not being targeted. Even the Google have made it clear. That's why I say I stand with what my brother said here, Ochik Austin. We need to learn how to document. We need to learn how to put things in order for record purposes. If we can be able to put all these things in record, it can be able to help us for the question you ask now for the international community. When you go there, you know why people don't believe in Chick, do you know that Patrick slapped me yesterday? They don't believe in that nonsense. They believe when, how, where. There's any camera around that area that capture when he's slapping you. They need to see evidence. So you going to talk to white people, they need evidence. Like I say, one of Fulef went to Israel to tell them that somebody is from Jew. That's why they arrested him. You need to prove when the problem comes. You need to prove how come he become a Jewish man. Where from where? Who is the grandfather? Who is the grand grandfather? All these things need to prove to white people. So ethnic profiling can help us to our agitation by documenting everything that is happening in our region. Mazi, thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's take this caller. Hello, caller. Caller, welcome to the program. Caller, welcome to the program.
Good evening. Are you talking to me?
Absolutely. Go ahead. Your name and where you are calling from. Can you please stay away from your listening device? Stay away from your listening device, please.
I'm just with my phone listening through WhatsApp that I'm calling.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, dear friends and lovers of freedoms. My name is Nwokolo Chukane, known as Ezanosi. I'm calling from the Republic. Well, I just come late this evening, but I have few questions to ask.
Go ahead.
So
That
that
is
I
why we are
would.
here.
Okay. Mazi Chika Austin and Mazi Keke, the great, as Mazi Okeja will put it. I greet all of you. And my question goes like this. What is the IPOB, the Directorate of State and the whole body of IPOB putting in place to stop the madness of the so-called new Sokoto IP DOS, Mazen and the can have state in place? Because for me, it's for them to use it to destroy the movement, so that Mazen and the Kano to be free. And secondly, what is the chances of Mazen and the Kano being reinstated into this current IPOB that he has disbanded or sacked, as they say it? And my last question goes to Mazi Chika Austin about what Akarugu wrote about him, or was he really the one that wrote that, or was it AI that did it? That's my question this evening. I will stay in the background to listen to their answers.
Thank
Thank
you
you very
very much. Thank you very much. Yes, so we said is a no holds barred, and it's unfortunate that people have not been asking questions; they have been making contribution instead. Now, Mazi Keke, I want to come to you about the question as regards to the Sokoto DOS. But for me, I would have loved to give him the answer. He said, "What does the leadership of IPOB? You can only tackle what you recognize." The leadership of IPOB does not recognize um, any other leadership structure anywhere. So there is nothing to fight. Mazi Justin, I don't know if that answers the question, because you can only fight what you recognize. So for me, I think that settles it, because even the head of Directorate of State, Mazi Chike Uda, have not even actually come out to make any statement. So as far as that shows that this leadership of IPOB does not give any form of recognition to such a structure, and that is why they have even refused to talk about it, to address it. I don't know, Mazi Keke, Mazi Austin.
Yeah, Mazi, I don't know. Let me come before they have a wonderful question for Chika. Chika have to answer his own. It's very important. Coming to the DOS Sokoto, Mazi, these things, our people keep on asking that question. This is a template which the Nigerian government is playing, and nobody can stop them. As we speak, Fine Boy is in Sokoto, maybe coming back from Monday now. He will come and tell you, give you another thing we have to battle, because they know the game. You can never stop them zero, or maybe silence them totally. Why? Because the man playing the game with Nigerian government is a man that knows everything about this struggle, Biafrans. You people have to understand that. The time you want to stop or want to focus, you know what to say that will put you into problem that you must to come out to defend. All of us must remember this particular thing I'm saying every day. You are not fighting Simon Eba. You are fighting the main person called Mazi Keke with his family. That is the truth. So you can't ignore totally. No. The ones that were supposed to come and do damage control, we will do it. Whereby the DOS Mazi Chika Uda keep on facing their diplomatic movement. You don't expect a Dosium to come out every day to debunk Sokoto Caliphate. No. We are here to do so that they can be able to do their own work. So what I'm telling you, my brother that asked that question, for me, like what they are saying, toward the administration, this is an example of when Biafra come. Nnamdi Kanu will just wake up one day and sack a governor, sack prime minister, sack everybody in one day, one person, sack full country. That is exactly what he did now. And we are not going to allow such a thing to continue. We have to put it at the right track and make sure that our people understand what we are fighting for. Mazi, thank you so much.
Mazi Austin, there is a question that came straight to you directly. I don't know anything about
Well,
that.
in a fast response to that, I didn't write anything like that. It
Okay.
was, and I have written extensively on my wall explaining that. So it's part of the things we see in a blackmail world. People can clone one's account and do nonsense. But I think I took time to, pinpoint the flaws on those works. So I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't write such.
So it was a media propaganda just to, and
A,
quite unfortunately they are not even they couldn't even make that presentation to sound like Chick Austin. You just see that the English presentation was completely out of place. So anybody who understand Austin Chika's level of education and communication will be able to read it between the line that the mistakes that were made in those in the presentation with the with the English there does not even conform. We have a caller. Let me see. Let me see if I can take this caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program.
Welcome. Good evening, Mazi Chika and Mazi Keke another guest in the studio. Can you hear me?
Go ahead. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Wuna, and I'm calling from Nigeria, Lagos to be precise. Thus, I'm 21 years of age, and I sincerely love what you people are doing. I'm from Afaruku Ibeku, the land, the same tribe, the same kingdom with Mazi Nnamdi. It hurts me so much. It pains me that after everything that happened in my village, September 14, 2017, I shed tears when I see the type of character that his siblings exhibit. Those people that were lost in my village, we are not better than them. It pains me so much that everything that they fought for, everything that my king and queen died for, that some people in this day is standing to like destroy everything. We know that the things is not easy, that the son of my king is maybe is suffering in the prison, but with all sense of reality, the game that the present day government is playing is just to destroy this thing. And for me, with what I grew up to understand, I'm just 21, but I'm a nurse. I've come back to study the root of Nigeria's problem. I've read extensively about Nigeria. I've read everything. The last hope of a common Igbo man, our last hope is IPOB. Once IPOB is gone, we'll be like the Amazonians of the Cameroon. We'll be like the Hausas, because these people are coming after us in every dimension. These people are after us with everything that they can. And the only thing that still gives me hope, at least I know that at least there is IPOB. It's only IPOB that still, whenever I come online and see I follow Mazi Chika, Mazi Chika, if I see their posts, at least I used to be like revived that at least yes, we have a little hope. I just want to be with people that people should not give up, because people are encouraging a lot of Igbos that you may not see online. You may not be bantering, you may not be talking rubbish with these people that have been pushing rubbish propaganda, but we truly know who our leaders are, and we truly know the people that are fighting for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that contribution. This is our brother Obonna from Afaruku Ibeku, and he's in a position to tell the story. Mazi Austin Chika, we are having a series of calls. From your end, are there no calls?
there are calls. Somebody speaking. Somebody called in. Perhaps let me get him in. Let me get him in.
Okay, so I would also be taking. I don't know if Mazi Keke have calls. I don't know.
But hello, are you here?
Yeah, Mazi, good evening from here.
Okay, good evening. The platform is yours.
Yeah, this is your brother calling Hillary from Tuna,
You're welcome.
calling you from Madrid from Tuna. Mazi, I'm very unfortunate that I just came late. But the question I want to ask is this: considering the situation of things and the activities of Mazi Namdekano and his siblings, they have carried out the highest sabotage against this song. So, what I want to ask is this: why is it that the leadership of this movement, IFOP, the Directorate of State, what are they still waiting for before they spare Martin and his siblings from this movement? Why?
Okay.
That is my question.
That is your question.
Yeah,
Okay. So I think you can now be
yeah.
patient while the panelists respond to it. As you heard him too well.
Yes, absolutely. If I may respond to that, Nnamdi Kanu's office have been suspended, and it remains so. And I think Kadenta at some point also have been expelled, even though we heard that he was never an IPOB member. He wasn't attending any meeting or making any form of contribution whatsoever. But as it stands today, the office of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been suspended, and I think that is the best the leadership can do for now, considering information that is available to them. They cannot go beyond what is available or go extreme. We understand the feelings of our people. We understand how disappointed they are, but the leadership, also have to play within the range of what is available to them in terms of information, to be able to also leave room for whatever future decisions that might come subsequently. But for now, we understand how people feel, how disappointed they are, but you cannot take it up in that manner, uh, because I know that the leadership work with wisdom. They work with wisdom, and they work with intelligence. They work with considerations as well. So I don't know if Mazi Keke have anything to say in that regard.
Yes, Mazi Austin, the way, Mazi Patrick, the way our people want it, hot, hot, it doesn't work that way. You can see the attempt our leaders made of suspending that office. You can see the reaction of our people. Some people misunderstood that particular effort, knowing full well after 5 years what transpired from that particular office, from that particular position of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, giving our people fake information, putting our people in misunderstanding each other. So suspending that particular office is a due process which come in the right time for them to do. Anybody that is in this particular IPOB supposed to know that IPOB is a patient organization. Even a normal individual, a normal member, before they will suspend you, they will call your attention, have serious meetings with you. Before anybody you see his letter or her letter outside on social media, believe me that these people have made attempt to settle or to call. If they tell them how many times these people have written a letter to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what they always get in return is insult, insult upon insult. So if you can spare Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as you want it or do it as you want it, there is some certain things that need to put in place before all those protocols will come to conclusion. But depending Akonye wetere, the hands their brothers and their family are bringing will determine the way forward, the leadership. These men are not
Are
one
you
person;
there?
they are more than 15.
Are you there?
So we, we will make sure that we will follow it gradually, gradually. So let our people have a little bit patient. I think before the next week runs out, the new code of conduct and the new oath will surface, and the leadership will start from there. Mazi, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I think we have another caller from my end. If there are callers from your end, keep them while we take it subsequently. Mazel, also, is there something you want to add to what was said already?
Yes, I want to add up something. Well, what we are currently seeing in IPOB is an institution, and people should understand the modus operandi of an institution. Institution reacts based on facts before her, and those facts before she could certify any fact, that fact passes through layers of scrutinies. Let us understand that. So an institution does not just wake up and take decision. An institution does not just wake up and react. It doesn't work that way. So the leadership, this is my personal submission because none of us here is speaking on the capacity of leadership. We are just, you know, speaking on our individual level, but on a platform of this great movement. The truth remains that the members of the leadership act based on available information. And being leadership, we believe and we trust their sense of judgment. So if they have not taken that step you desire or you want in respect to the expulsion of the former leader of the movement, it doesn't mean that they are not acting in tandem to what you want. This is an institution. Let us understand this is a leadership. So every decision is based on available information at their disposal. So it's not something we say tomorrow they might do it, next tomorrow they might not do it, or what. But let us understand that their actions are fact-based action, not feeling-based. Let us note
No, no,
that.
no, not based on sentiment. Let us take this caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Good evening, Mazi Patrick Ike. I hope I'm coming out.
100%. Go ahead. You have 3 minutes, please.
All right, Mazi. Thank you for picking my call. My name is Mazi Fine. Mazi Fine, calling from his location, Biafra land. I'm so much happy to be in this program this night. I thank my brother, Dede Keke, and Dede Oxen. Both of them, I will continue to say to you people for the greater work ahead. I thank our leadership. Mazi Nementetora like this. When I wake up like this, I will be joyful and happy because of the kind of leadership we had. Makes me happy. Mazi, if not, people, ndị mmadụ karị na-amụmụ amụ na-aga na street, they will be mocking on me. But I thank you, Okabiama. See, Mazi, I'm not here to ask questions because I'm not a confused or confusion man. I'm not a confusion man. I know what is involved, but I'm trying to end my view in order to, encourage our people to support this leadership. Institutionalization is the best way to go. Now, see this thing that happens is because of Yoruba man. I live in that. I live in that is an Igbo man that has this kind of challenges on his way. Mazi, these people, the way they are treating our people, it will in my own side here. Even Keke na Pepe, if you see the way they are treating our people, nobody will talk. But with this way that leadership are going, trying to make our people to carry everybody along for you to belong, not a individualization of things. Huh? Mazi, it will go a far well to for international community to know what our people are passing through. Because if it is something that maybe only me or only you, Mazi, I will be molested on my way, or you will be molested on your way. Nobody will know. Nobody will help you. They are treating our people bad. Sometimes when I look at it, Mazi, or them call superfly art, which is Ogara the possible. Mazi, in fact, I'm so
Thank
much
you
happy.
for
It's just to encourage our people to help the leadership of Mazi Chika Uda for which to be an institutionalized. That's how the international community will know what our individually passing through in this Nigeria. Mazi, thank you.
thank you
Thank you so
from
much, and
Biafra
thank
land,
everybody.
Mazi Chuku.
May
We
God bless you
appreciate
people. Thank you, Mazi.
especially our people in Biafra land. Thank you very much. There is a video I want us to play. There is this there is this message that have been going around. Somebody came on board recently to talk about the federal government of Nigeria executing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I'll be playing that video this clip was made from the platform of Sahara Reporters, so every information
Let me be sincere with
goes there. We'll be playing and we'll also be receiving calls. Even though you've called before, you can still call back to make your contribution or ask questions as regards to the video that is about to come up, and also we'll be able to do some analysis on them. Can we have this video clip, please,
you.
where this
That's
individual
the last level we want to talk about now. The only way to return full normalcy, I'm saying it on air, if you watch the system the whole thing is going, the time they arrested Nnamdi Kanu, it was like up and down, up and down. The time they arrested Simeon Ekpa, it cut to 50%. The time that Nnamdi Kanu was convicted, it reduced to 10%. That's what we are battling now. Put it on air. If Nnamdi Kanu is there today, if government of Nigeria will kill Nnamdi Kanu, trust me, normalcy will start coming. And that's all what every Igbo man prays for. Now again, for you to unconcur to what you're saying, government cannot do it all. And that's why I'm agitating again. If we know where our problem is coming, we can find the solution. Our problem is simply coming from...
Yes, we have a caller. We have a caller. We have a caller. This caller, you need to call back again because we are taking a new topic now. You just have to give us that benefit of doubt. So you call back later, please. Yes. So I don't know if the video clip have finished playing. I was able
the
to
brainwash, the hate speech. I want all these organizations in Nigeria that have say, the Catholic bishops, the Pentecostal pastors, the educated ones, let us come on air and educate our people the consequences of what we are doing. That is the only way they will shift. Military are not the Holy Spirit that is everywhere.
Right.
Till today, bombs still kill people in my community. Have the military not done enough to extradite the mines in the land? They have done a lot, but they plant again. Did you understand? So the only means for us to get this thing done is let every Igbo man know the truth and stand by the truth.
Yes, so that was from Sahara TV, Mazi Chika, and I have to go straight to you. This one a bullet where this issue have been lingering. We've seen series of reactions. We also heard that the original television station that played this that carried out this interview have pulled the video down. But we are playing the video so that we'll be able to take some points and analyze it. And I've made my position. There is something he said that the execution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will bring normalcy to the southeast, which is not true because what actually brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the first place was abnormalcy. If the Nigerian state had been normal, they wouldn't have produced Nnamdi Kanu or even the likes of us. So Mazi Austin, can you please take a position on this while we're expecting more calls?
Well, in the first place, that was a height of irresponsibility from the speaker, and that also debased his level of animalistic disposition. If he could stand on national television to call for, you know, extrajudicial killing of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is outrageous, to say but the least. But let me come from one angle that most of us might not really be acquainted with. Most times, government sponsor opinions ahead of time to watch the reaction of the people. It's part of psychology, it's part of what we call wars of nerves, psychological warfare. When you do not understand how these things play, you keep on running around the table without understanding where the center of gravity falls. All these things are part of the plot of the Nigerian state to do their peak target in the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's quite unfortunate that people around him tend not to understand, tend to downplay the dangers ahead of time. You see, why you see this man having temerity to talk this nonsense is because they have been understudying the internal development in IPOB. They have been understanding that IPOB leadership has just moved on, haven't endured a whole lot of provocations from the siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself. And they felt he does not longer enjoy that support base. This is their own calculation. And that's why you could see this man coming on national television to talk this rubbish.
The boldness.
The boldness, he could talk about it because they take statistical study of the support, the reduction of support base of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And do you know the funniest thing? Why this man made this disgraceful statement on public space? The minions, instead of trying to solve this menace, go after this man, they are more interested to talk about Tina Samuru. They are more interested to talk about Chike Dozie. They are more interested to clone accounts and write nonsense with my name. It amazes me how people are disoriented over a core issue. So, anybody asking for the execution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for me, is an evil move. And like the man said, no Igbo man should support the execution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Whatever that has transpired between IPOB and him is an internal matter. Whatever that has transpired between the leadership and him is purely internal matter. And I don't think it is an exhibition of maturity that any of us should subscribe to the nonsense the man said. Because the truth remains, that man was speaking. I understand he was talking about number of persons he have lost. It's quite unfortunate when the leadership was
Mazi
trying.
Austin, we'll go in that direction because I
Okay,
also want us to look at that
okay.
angle.
Okay.
But
So what I'm
I
trying to
want you
say,
to stop here now. Stop here. I want
what
to
I'm
bring
trying
you
to
a
say in
question.
nutshell is this:
Yes.
the idea of asking for the execution of Mazi Kanu is condemnable. Is obviously condemnable. Ndewo.
Thank you very much. We will be expatiating because we cannot take out the fact that there are people who are aggrieved, whose communities were destroyed. But Mazi Keke, are you there?
Yes, Mazi, I'm
Yes,
here.
Mazi Keke, there is a particular point that he made. There is a particular point that he made that we need to pay attention to. Very, very important. He said that what he's saying is the wish of every Igbo person. It's very, very important. So does it mean that he's speaking for the Igbos in this regard? Because like he said, that this is the desire of every Igbo person to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Is that not an exaggeration?
Mazi, my own, whenever I speak as an Igbo man, I do sometimes use Igbo language to make a proverb of what I want to say. Ọ bụ onye kpara nke ahụ si ngwere bịara ya ụgwọ. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have collected the wood of the evil forest, and the lizards are there trying to eat the ants. And when he came to say Igbos, not Biafra now, Igbos are in support of me. Igbos, that's why you see that man using that reckless statement of all Igbos are in support of him. But I want to go in another dimension, which our brother Austin went his own. Everybody in this life have his or her own opinion. That's why we want a better Biafra. This is the man's opinion, which is not my business. My own opinion is Fulani will not kill Nnamdi Kanu for us. It's very simple. Even if it is Hope Uzodinma, let them not kill them for us. We will not get anything with them. Let them release him. He come here. We discuss with him. We talk about. He need to explain to us what transpires since 2020 till now. If he kill Nnamdi Kanu, it will not solve any problem. If you eliminate him, have you eliminated the Kalonta or Fine Boy or these monsters is all over the place? So anybody calling for his killing is, for me, is out of ignorance, like Austin said. That one is primary for me. We are talking an important issue, not to kill. Right from time, I'm against of killing. But to sentence anybody life imprisonment, even me that is talking today, if anyone Biafra come, ya wụrụ nwa 6 months ka o rutere m na o nwere ihe m mere ma agachara. That is it. Even like was you here, everybody, but not to kill. That's why you see today, Western world doesn't kill again. They can sentence you to life imprisonment, but not to kill. Mazi, what the man is saying, like you said, Patrick, is based on what happened in their society. He used that grievances to come, regardless, because we are quarreling now. Where is that man when IPOB we are in place, when we are one family? They can't talk. He can never see such a statement outside. He can never. Not that people doesn't have that opinion, but because of fear, they will not make that kind of reckless statement in national television. But that is what the family of Carlo, all of them have produced to themselves, which they will hear more from the Igbos, not even Biafrans, from Igbos as they call themselves Igbos. So not Biafrans. So for me, the Biafran which IPOB has stand will not make such a reckless statement. Mazi, thank you so much.
Yes, Mazi Austin. Now there are agree because he made a point that his community was raised down, that terrorism happened, massacre happened, and does it mean that people are now beginning to come to terms that to a very large extent, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu indirectly supported Simon Ekpa, who perpetrated this criminality? Is it part of the grievances? Because we've never seen this level of reaction in the past. Is it coming from maybe from people now coming to understand that yes, he gave Simon Ekpa support, even though he might have done that ignorantly, not knowing the kind of carnage that Simon Ekpa was committing at the time? Is it out of that grievance?
Well, well, in retrospect,
Mazi Austin, listen, because while he was mentioning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he also brought Simon Ekpa in the middle of that discussion. So now he is co-joining Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu as people who perpetrated those carnages and the whatever criminality that happened in his own community. Was he speaking out of pain? Was he speaking out of pain? Because we also have to look at that angle.
well, I quite understand the carnage that was caused during the time of Simon Ekpa. That carnage was not exclusively to the man's village. Take note of that. It was a rampage that happened in almost of Biafra land. And in course of that, the leadership of IPOB have emphatically condemned, named, not only condemning, named the culprits
And shame them as well.
on their platform, even went and hunted down some of them. These were quiet operations that the leadership supported to hunt down some of them, and also did everything possible to deploy her resources at distancing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from those terrorism. It was on record. It is on record, so to say. So, larger Igbo society also believed the narrative by IPOB that the former leader of this movement was not in any way associated nor part of that carnage. The larger Igbo society believed on that narrative. But it was quite unfortunate that while the leadership was pushing that narrative strongly, that the leader of the former leader of the movement was not in any way part and parcel. The lawyer was telling you that you were talking rubbish. The lawyer was challenging the leadership that you guys are ignorant. Simon Ekpa, who was constituting those terrorism, was mocking the leadership that what you don't know is bigger than you. The siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were also letting the leadership understand that they were so naive.
That Simon should be a no-go area.
Good. And to worsen the matter, they talked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu into exchanging correspondence with Simon Ekpa by writing open letter to him, the guy responding, by also writing through his lawyer, Nnemeke Ejiofor. So these guys did everything possible ahead of time to slide into the conspiracy of the government. And that's why I always say it. You measure wisdom, the quotient of a man's wisdom, not by what he said, it's by what he acts. So, what you're seeing this man saying, I understand that no community that experienced such a carnage, those of them in Olo or Kigwe, some part of Nsukka, experience under autopilot, that are happy with the name Biafra. None of them. Empathically speaking, if it is also me, I will also feel the same. That is just the honest truth, because economies were destroyed, lives were destroyed.
But we are all victims, Mazi Austin, because when you say if it were you, it will look as if you are different from that larger society.
No, I mean, I'm talking about, I'm narrowing it to being an indigene of these communities. Osumohu and all the rest of them, some part of Okiwa and all the rest of them. So what I'm trying to say, we understand how they are speaking, but the truth remains, IPOB was not part of that. It was purely Simon Ekpa's plot, which unfortunately Mazi Nnamdi Kanu slided into associating with the guy. And this is the consequences of that. It does not end in life sentence. The government has achieved the one of life sentence. But beyond that, because I always say it, there is no freedom fighting movement all over the world. Go and dig out history. That government does not do anything to criminalize it. And that was exactly what they did on the side of Mazi Nnamdi. They couldn't achieve that on IPOB because IPOB got the intelligence report and started on time to disassociate with the sponsored terrorists. So because they could not, there is no how they could go to international community and say, these guys, you guys are giving support, giving asylum, they are terrorists. There is no how because IPOB started on time on her platforms to make official announcement that this guy is a criminal, he has no business with us, even naming those he was working with on the ground. So when the government discovered they could not, that these guys could not slide into the plot, they got Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on it. And that is why, because they have got him on it, it's just like a cancer. The best thing you do is to sometimes if cancer is threatening your leg, sometimes you do amputation just to save the rest of the body. That is exactly what happened in this case. Because assuming Mazi Nnamdi Kanu worked in tandem with the leadership, it could have been so difficult for the government to nail him on the art of terrorism. Because you don't just say somebody is a terrorist. Look at what UN is saying now on the convicted terrorists. They are saying that it's a shady process. Because when you say somebody is a terrorist, you have to show how he has aided and abetted terrorism, which the leadership did everything to make sure the Nigerian government is stripped of that opportunity. But guess what? Those who were trying to avert the today nonsense we are saying today, we are mocked, we are cajoled, some were called criminals, some were even told. As now they can't even told some of them. Somebody like Chinasa Muru and say, don't be mentioning my name. You are being popular with my name. Stop mentioning my name. And today, look at it. So it's quite unfortunate. Irrespective of what happens, what I cannot subscribe to is for somebody to call for him to be killed. Today might be, rocky and whatever situation it might lose. Let us also remember the fact that he led the awakening of our people. He rekindled that consciousness of what we are seeing today. But it's quite unfortunate. He slided, he allowed himself to be played upon. It's quite unfortunate. And that's why you could see opinions like this. The man was speaking from place of anger and disappointment. It's not, you can't tell me that anybody who loses somebody will be happy. So that is what I want to say.
Thank you very much. We have a caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. Do you have a question?
Oh, yes, I have a question. Good evening, Mazi Patrick, and then Mazi Keke. and Chick Austin. I'm calling from Georgia. My name is Abba Mandiaba. The question I wanted to ask is, I don't know if KK might probably answer the question, but if he doesn't have answer to the question, that's fine. I'm sure whoever think he might probably have the answer to the question should probably answer me. So we'll talk about the insecurity in the East. Now, last year when I traveled to Nigeria, I remember that I flew I landed in Port Harcourt, and from Port Harcourt, I had to one of my mechanic, drove to come pick me up from Port Harcourt to Aba. I literally counted from Port Harcourt to Aba at least about 45 checkpoints. 45 checkpoints all the way from Port Harcourt to Aba. That was in the December period. So, and then if you come into Aba itself, there are still, pretty much more checkpoints before you get to your destination. My police checkpoint to my military checkpoint. My question now goes, is there anything the DOS might probably do in regards to this? In the sense that, why do we have so much checkpoints? Do they have the power? Would this thing just continue as it is until we get Biafra, or what? Because I tell you the truth, man, it's so irritating that one has to fly all the way from a different part of the world. You come back home, to see your family, and you're traveling by road. These people are stopping you, asking you to open up your bags, and a lot of times they when they stop there, they're like, "Hey, what is in your bag?" I'm like, "What is in my bag is my luggages." They want me to open it. Like, open it for what? They want to check. I said, "What are you checking? Is this thing flew away from the United States, who landed here, went through scan and everything? So what else do you want to check?" I said, "If you want to open it, okay, go ahead and open it." So, you go through a lot of hosts after flying for almost 17, 18 hours, or even more than that. And then you come into jam this kind of a thing. And it's so frustrating. So my question would have now, this thing can remain like this perpetually. I say, okay, these guys, we don't need you guys anymore. Go back to where you guys are coming from. Because it seems like even the governors they're already used to it. Nobody cares. Nobody said anything. But I remember our former leader, there was a time, on one of his broadcasts, he made mention, he was like, that's all these checkpoints, or just the way we are, man, don't want to say, she don't want to say, or just the way I don't want to see, and then I think those people kind of, they stop for a while. So my question, when you US to stop this embarrassment, I mean, both Monday not on ground, and some of us who lives overseas, when we're coming back home, we come to face all these things. Mazi Keke, this is directed to you. You want the answer, fine. If you don't have the answer, that's okay.
Thank you very much. We have already moved out of this particular topic, but
okay. I didn't know that because I didn't know. I just joined the program. I didn't know.
Okay. We already moved out of it, but we'll give you response from the backstage. Thank you for that question. Mazi Keke, do you have anything to say as regards to, just briefly, because we have already passed this stage. Make it
Yes, yes, yes. Our people are showing concern about that particular checkpoint, but what you have to understand, the DOS are not a Nigerian authority or Nigerian federal government. What they are trying to do now is for us. I want to say this thing quickly, Mazi Patri, just a minute. Coming to when you see this leadership have never one day give an order that disturbs Nigeria government or maybe carrying any cross of killing or any offense from the federal government of Nigeria. That's why you see they are trying to push for them to commit, for them to see only one thing, that they will go get maybe saying this is their responsibility.
They can hold on
Yes,
to.
exactly. They can hold on to. So coming to that question you asked, I think the leaders are listening. They are listening to us, and maybe next time we are going to do program, I'm going to analyze it because they need to
Uh,
know what to do about it, and maybe we'll get back to you
but
later on.
Me
Mazi, thank you so
personally, I
much.
will give my own 2 cents
I,
on this matter. I
I,
think that the leadership have to engage with the governors of the Eastern region. There need to be not just the governors, also civil society. We have to find a way for not just, this is not just the issue of IPOB leadership now. This is a
Uh,
case for, you understand what I'm saying? It is a case for Ndi Igbo. And the Igbos need to rise up and engage the political leaders, engage the civil to see how they can do a pushback. Just go ahead, we'll have another caller. Caller, hold on, stay on the line, please.
Mazi, the question he asked, uh, you people seem to be responding it in future as something that will be done, as if it has never been done. It has been done. I could remember, it's not barely 2 or 3 years ago, Mazi Chika came on air and also complained about
I
this.
still remember. I still remember.
So I'm on the ground, and like I told you, I applied the rules. There was a time the leadership made a strong emphasis on this. Within that time, there was almost a zero checkpoints in the land. So it was all about raising the awareness. That time Mazi Chinasa came on air, that was 2 or 3 years ago, and emphasized on that. Every media fellow started pushing it up, pushing it up. As we are pushing it up, civil societies operating in eastern part of Nigeria joined the opinions, and the police authority complied. It was reduced almost up to 10%. Do you understand me? So, but along the line too, let us also understand something. What gives them justification to talk about, you know, seeding the whole land with checkpoints? They always do that under the pretense of fighting insecurity. While the leadership was doing that, the autopilot, minions were all over the places, rampaging. So they were saying, how can we leave the road when, you understand me? These guys are rampaging here and there. So leadership had done it, and there was a result on that. I remember I was part of those people who gave a feedback to leadership in respect to that, the level of compliance. But one thing we must understand, if the leadership decide to reiterate on that, re-emphasize on that, and there is a media push, do not underestimate those who are listening this program right now. Even the government themselves also listening. The
Yeah,
government,
not Justin, but I think there should be a high level consultation with the Eastern region, the governors of the Eastern region. There should be a high level consultation with civil society and organizations and the Igbos in general to take a stand, a permanent stand on the level of road blocks and extortion going on, because the people have to stand up to take those decisions to evacuate, and it is a burden on the political leadership to do more. But I believe that the leadership of IPOB over the years have frowned at some of these ills and this criminality of a roadblock all over the place. And I believe that we have, to a very large extent, a reasonable peace now in the eastern region. And in fact, the roadblock have not even shown that it helps in curtailing insecurity. It hasn't been proven that those roadblocks play any role in curtailing the insecurity in the eastern region. Caller, you're welcome to the program. Your name and where you are calling from, please.
Hello, good evening from here. My name is Okoro Obin. I'm calling from France.
Korobina, you're welcome to the program.
I greet you, Mazi Keke, and also Mazi Austin. And you are saying, well done, you people are doing a great work. What I want to chip in is that the man that come out in the public to say to unalive Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I think the IPOB leadership have made their stand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not Abiola, or is he an Hausa man? That nothing should happen to him. And the overzealous lawyers and their siblings, up to now, I have not seen them made any comment. So it's so astonishing that their brother is called for unaliving. The so-called lawyers, overzealous lawyers, they are siblings. They are nowhere to be found. So they are waiting for the same leadership, the SEOS, to come and do what? I don't know.
According to them.
Yeah, according to them. So this is what I want to just chip in there. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Mazi.
Mazi Patrick, please, we have important caller here, and we
Okay,
need to listen to that
okay.
our
Let's
brother.
take the caller.
Yes,
Let's take the caller.
yes, please. It's very important. We need to hear his voice. Mazi, Mazi, yes, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, hello, Mazi. Can you hear me?
Very
Mazi
clear.
Keke
Yeah,
Mazi, are you hearing him?
we can hear
Okay, go
you.
ahead.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Mazi Keke, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. Go ahead. He's hearing
Yes,
you, Mazi.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay, I hope
Who
I'm
are we
talking
speaking with?
from DTV Europe.
Very clear. Mazi, he will introduce himself. Just don't worry. Mazi, go ahead. The word are hearing you.
Okay, this is the IT Keke calling from DTV. This wonderful evening. Please, I want to present my opinion for the suspension, my opinion or suspension of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu office. First of all, number one is to tell Nigerian government that anything they are doing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not affect IPOB. Number two, some criminals are committing crimes with his name. Also, Simon Ekpa, with his gang, was killing our people with the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We all know this, and we want to face the reality. And IPOB don't want this thing to continue, so that nobody will continue killing our people in the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We want that to stop, and I believe the leadership wants such a thing to stop. We want to put stop to it, so that nobody will continue killing our people in the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or killing our people because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Number three, we have to face the reality, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been convicted as a terrorist. That is a fact. Nigerian government have already convicted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a terrorist. But we all know why they did so. Maybe some people may think it's not fair, and it's not fair for what Nigerian government did through Photoshop. But the fact is they have already convicted him as a terrorist. We have to face the fact. And what I want to say this evening, it will not affect IPOB members all over the world. The reason why the leadership suspends Mazi Nnamdi Kanu position office, so that it will not affect IPOB members all over the world, so that the world will not call us terrorist group or terrorist organization. Then number four, am I coming out clear?
Very clear,
Yes,
Mazi.
go ahead. The world is listening.
And when the leadership, if you not accept the leadership, when they are going on diplomatic moves, because the world knows that Nigerian government have convicted Mazi Keke as a terrorist person. You know? So wherever the leadership is going, or wherever they are going as a diplomatic movement, the world will not tell them that they are terrorists as well, as they have convicted their leader. You know? So all this is, for my own sake, is the reason why leadership suspended his position. And this is my take and my opinion, my own personal opinion. Thank you very much for having me this wonderful evening. Keep on your football, all of us here in the studio. Continue what we are doing. And I hope and I believe by the special grace of Chukwu, we will get there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you very much.
Mazi Patrick, this is our brother Ike Ikechukwu, the former UAE national coordinator. You're supposed to know his voice.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you for
you,
that.
Mazi Keke, for that contribution. Mazi Austin, is there any take? Okay, Austin is a bit out of the studio. There is now we've seen more people giving more of opinion than asking questions. This is supposed to be a question and answer a session. The program is supposed to be for, but we have less questions and more opinionation, uh, which is not still bad, but we would have loved to take more questions, by the way. But there is another clip. It's not just a video, but a picture I would like to see on the screen from, yes, if you can put just this, beautiful. And this picture is very, very interesting because it just happened 2 days ago, 24th of July 2026, and it says Israel, Nigeria strengthen research technology collaboration. I don't know if Mazi Austin is there. I would like him because he is more of a geopolitician. He's more of a geopolitical analyst than any other person in the room. So we'll wait for his opinion on this one. But we'll be expecting more questions. Mazi Keke, recently we saw some kind of some group of individual who say they are representing Biafra in Israel, that they are building relations with, and it was circulating all over social media. And 2 days later, we saw Israel creating more bond with Nigeria. How do we reconcile? Is this a Israel-Nigeria war or Israel Biafra war? According to, because they said they are Biafran on the Israeli diplomatic move. And we also see Nigeria sending a strong signal. Listen, Israel remains our partner both in technology, in collaboration and research. Mazi Keke, what is your take on this? While we wait for Mazi Austin. And we also want more calls to come in.
Oh yeah, Mazi Patrick, and there were, that issue. That issue have been going on for years now. Believe me, for years these people have been using that. But I want to ask Biafrans this question before I will analyze that particular movement. Why is it that for since 2012 reaching now, what they have to show us is for Kalunta to travel to Israel for diplomatic movement or whatever they call it? What happened to the ones they came to tell us that Uchemofo no one, DOS no one, him knows the three? What happens to when he never trusted this DOS? What happened to him to give Kalunta one person or one place he have maybe have a contract or even agreement from the diplomatic countries or society? Nothing like that, my brother. What they are showing us today is as they show in the play or as they play the show of pictures. There is no country in life that will have a diplomatic movement for you to divide the country and allow you to make it public. One man, the Israel that want you to divide Nigeria, why didn't they allow Gazi to go? What is happening to our place is still happening to them as well, which they refuse not allow those ones to go. So, Mazi, to round it up, Mazi Patrick, those people went for another thing, not for diplomatic movement.
They went on
Our
tourism.
they went on tourism. God bless you. They went on show tourism. I can call it show tourism because our people there are suffering for documents. They have used that particular ideology to eat and eat money with that woman you saw there, and which they are still eating. Go and mark it today. They will come back one day and tell you they spent $200,000 for that movement they met. Go and mark it. What they are trying to do now is where they will lay hand and tell you how they spend money. The people, why is it that all of them there are the travelers who just came into the country? There is no single person from the Israel that took them to that place except the white woman. And the white woman is not a Biafran, whether you will like it or not. Any white man can come and support us today, but they are not Biafrans. They have their own, I would say, Patrick, you are in Italy here with me. Help me, Guadagno. They have their own gain, yes. They have
Interest,
their
yes.
own gain,
And
interest, yes. Exactly. They have their own interest about anything they are doing. If they stop giving that woman money today, you will see that that woman will stop anything she's doing. So Biafrans, they have went there, let them come and make a press release of everything that happened in that particular region. Let them tell you people, bring evidence and let you people know exactly what they went there to do, if not to spend their money. Mas, I will leave it at
yeah,
this. Thank you so much.
let me go to our geopolitics analyst,
Exactly.
Mazi Chika Austin. Mazi Chika Austin, we saw recently the move by Kingsley Kano to Israel with some entourage that was circulating on social media, and we also saw them with the Jewish cap and all those regalia, trying to be more Jewish than the Jew. What is your take on what we are seeing today? Israel and Nigeria strengthening, research and technological collaboration. Is it born out of that show, or this collaboration have been existing before now? Mazi Austin, unmute yourself, please. Can you please unmute? Mazi Austin is out of the studio. I hope that he comes back. Because we understand, like I said, that no freedom fighting organization exposes its diplomatic moves. As long as you are a freedom fighting organization, every diplomatic move you make must be undercover. You know, sometimes they laugh at the Directorate of State and they say they are working underground. Uh, the Directorate of State holds the key to diplomacy globally, but you can never see them come out to expose their diplomatic moves or take pictures, do all these optics to impress or to make our people believe in what they are doing. So Mazi Austin, yes, you are coming out now. You are coming out now. We saw the picture that was on the screen a few minutes ago. Still back again now about also Nigeria also showing their own relations with Israel. Does it in any way intermingle with what we saw a few days ago about some individual who went in the name of Biafra agitation on tourism to Israel?
Anyway, sorry, my internet cut off. That's why I went off and trying to resolve it and get back. Last Sunday, yes, precisely last Sunday, I made a program and I I extensively talk about the for me the tourist visitation to the state of Israel. And one of those things I can remember vividly I stated on that program last Sunday was this. I said, no country presents holistic relationship. I stated that on my last program. I said, you cannot come, even United States and Israel does not have a comprehensive relationship. What I mean by comprehensive relationship, he said they are relating on every side. No country has ever achieved such relationship. And no country will also come or welcome you that you want to discuss a comprehensive relationship with them. Every relationship must have what we call sectorial development. What it implies is this. Like if you look at the picture that is being projected on this program, you see Israel, Nigeria strengthening research, technology collaboration. There is a sectorial definition. They did not come and say that Israel and Nigeria is relating on the two support. Support
Or,
on what?
or they want to form one country together.
Support on what? So every relationship must have a unique sector of interest. You must start from one sector, advance it to another sector, advance it to another sector until it gets to a higher level.
Mazi Austin, I
So
think
when
I
I said
listened
it,
to
I
that
said,
program.
let us stop entertaining ourselves, wasting our time, wasting our resources, fooling ourselves for no reason. This is two countries you're seeing. Is two state actors. And they are defining to you their area of relationship for now. They say where they want to strengthen this relation is on technology. Maybe when they perfect on technology, they can advance on defense or they can advance on airspace. So for Kanunta to be in Israel, there is no sector he's talking about. He didn't even say they went there to talk about immigration relationship. Immigration relationship can maybe it has to do with please, so we have a population here that are facing hostile situation at home. Can you consider granting them asylum? You start discussing a unique point.
And that has been the position of Mazi China Sanworu from Ab initio.
So whether is position of Nworu or not, these are the necessities in diplomatic relationship. You don't come to a country and say you want a relationship uncomprehensive. Even America and Israel does not have a comprehensive.
Okay, Mazi Austin is back. I would like to, yes, making reference to, because I have been in a situation where he raised those points. Mazi
So
Chinasa will raise those points specifically. So when I say, because we've been in a meeting where he raised these,
so
immigration related issues. So
so what
I'm
I'm
making
trying to
that
say,
reference.
we are not state actors. The Somalilanders, where did Israel started relationship relating with them is on immigration by giving waiver to Somalilanders in Israel. From there, they started exchanging cultural knowledges.
And
You must
relations.
good. You must advance from one stage. This is a necessity. And secondly, you don't come to a country and tell them that you want them to support for another country to release a social individual. These are, you see, on a meme here, I must tell you, I feel ashamed, heavily ashamed with some of this nonsense these guys are doing. just coming to tell a country, oh, that when somebody ejikwe, I chọrọ ka help anyị. Countries do not want to. Country cannot
Interfere with
stake.
internal affair, yes, of other
Apart from that,
countries.
no country will not stake her asset on individual. Because that thing you want country, even a voice, when a country loans a voice, is in even her asset. Do you understand me? A country opinion is different from an individual opinion. What I mean by individual opinion is this: if you have an American senator speaking about individual in the Congress, it is not the opinion of United States government. This is, you might lobby a senator in US, you might lobby a member of Knesset and say, please bring this on the floor. It is an individual opinion. One of those things the members of the parliament enjoy is lobby. That is part of their revenue. So when you lobby an individual and say, please, can you present, and he presents it in the parliament, it has never formed a resolution of the parliament.
Or become policy.
It has to first of all form a parliamentary resolution before transcending to the executive, where it now forms either domestic policy or foreign policy. Domestic policy is when the government has internalized it. Foreign policy is when they now transmit it to agency in charge of managing their foreign affairs, which gets to the ambassador of the host country or the country of interest. The reason why we tell ourselves all these things, so that we stop. You see, we have so much deceived ourselves. Where when we see a white man who comes and they stay around and talk Biafra, we say, oh, no, let us not. So, if you want to seek a relationship with a country, as a non-state actors as we are, you must start from the least thing. One of the least things a country can start listening to you. In fact, those things you're starting with is a tool of penetration. Take note of that. You cannot come and tell a country that you want people to collaborate in armament. No country discusses that with a non-state actor. No country goes into bilateral relationship with a non-state actor on armament. They can secretly supply you, but it will not be a legal framework. You get what I'm saying? But you can easily penetrate a country by asking the country, please, so we have a lot of our people who ran away from home because of the level of human rights abuses. And they are in your country. We have up to 100 of them. Please, we are begging, consider softening your immigration laws for them to have a documentation. By the time that country listens to you, remember you are appealing on humanitarian ground, which is a ground any country can open up to you. By that time the country have listened to you and give you that waiver, you have gotten a grant
One
to
step.
penetrate.
One step.
Good. The another step you might start talking about is this. Please, so we have a culture. Can you give us any day you're doing your own domestic culture, like as they are doing in Ireland? Can
Yes.
you allow us to come and display our culture? It is another level you are advancing the relationship. You get to that point that you have owned a lot of the minds of the politicians of that country. You can commit them into giving you the real support, which is military and financial support. But not this one you went and you are telling somebody, my name is.
Even in most cases, they don't even give you military support. Rather, they give you some sort of defense support in terms of maybe tools of aids, like aids and medicals. You understand what I'm saying? You know,
Mhm.
Yes, so because I remember during the Iraq War and all the wars that happened in the Middle East, there were some countries that said we are not going to involve ourselves in what is going on in Iraq militarily, but we're going to play a role of humanitarian services by giving medical support to the American soldiers and possibly other soldiers or
Let
allied.
me
Now,
let me
Mazi, Austin, let me finish. Then we also have some countries that said we are not going to support America with arms, but we are going to support them with some sort of defense tools like a jacket, like this arm jacket and the helmet and all that stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So it come in different forms. Mas Justin, go ahead. We have a caller. We
okay.
have the
So
caller. Go ahead and round it up so that we can take this
before the
caller.
caller comes in, now you move. I was trying to talk about culture. Then you move to a point that the country itself can even lend her voice in presenting your matter to UN, in presenting your matter to regional blocs, in also influencing other state actors to start considering your matter. You see, one thing, the problem we have as a people is this. We just believe we want to roof a house without even talking about laying the solid foundation. And it does not work that way.
Mazi Keke, I'll be coming to you very soon. I'll be coming to you soon, Mazi Keke. Are you there?
Mazi, yes, I'm here, I'm here.
Okay, but before we come to you, Mazi Austin, I know you are rounding up. Let's take this caller. Then I will come to Mazi Keke.
It's all right.
Hello, caller.
Yes, my brothers, Mazi Kim and Kugo and Mazi Austin and they one. Or if I Chukuna cause. I like it. I'm not a geopolitics expert, but I'm interested in the subject matter. And for the purpose of this discussion, where is the best place to start? As Mazi Justin is explaining that you have to look for a leeway to get into discussion and acceptance from a country, and then you start to lay down your, tell them what is or what are your problems and seeking support. Now, IPOB, led by Mazi Kanu, our ex-leader, have been applying, have been throwing himself, and I joined, God help me, to throw myself at the country in question, Israel. Now, to help us in any way, shape, or form they could. So, if from 1912 till date, sorry, my people, from 2012 till date, they cannot give our people, Biafrans, refugee status.
A guarantee to remain in the country.
To remain in the country, to be active, to be able to work, to be contributing to the society. If they cannot do it, Europe has done it, are doing it, America is doing it. All over the world, we are getting those recognition, those documentation. But the people we throw ourselves at and say we are saying we love you too, and God knows we love
We
them.
we
We love all
even wear
people.
we even go as far as wearing their Jewish cap to look like them.
Nah, our people. Nah, yours truly. I used to
Mazi
carry
Keke
this flag, their
now.
flag, in the center of London, where a lot of Arabs are looking at me like a mad.
Mazi, do you know that we are the people that have carried Israeli flag more than the Israeli themselves?
My brother. So what I'm saying, if these people, if they can, that country cannot give us status, then we are still lobbying them, paying for lobbyists, paying huge amount. Do you know that my village boy, my childhood friend, my age mate was deported from that country because he doesn't have, not for any crime, but he doesn't have a paper. legal status. He was deported to back to the heart of Igbo land, back to the heart of Biafra. So I'm not, I'm not stopping people from going for diplomatic whatever. But again, I commented on this on Mazi Austin's last Sunday presentation. But for the purpose of reputation, because advertisement is reputation, people who didn't hear it last Sunday, let them hear me now. I want to ask a question. If a country A, America, continent, let's use it as a continent A, America, and continent B, Europe, are the oxygen of country C, Israel, how do you think that Israel will remove the oxygen that America and Europe are using to stay alive, being Biafra land and the resources from there? And that a couple of days, not even up to a week after that diplomatic mission Canada went to Israel, a couple of days later, Nigeria and Israel, two sovereign countries, presented their goals and they are cementing their relationship. And mind you, these people, Nigeria and Israel, had other relationships, agriculture and security, God knows. And now they are telling you they are advancing technology, which means that thing you went there, remembered for Nigeria to go and brush up their relation with Israel. That is why Mazi Austin and everybody who has any idea of geopolitics will tell you that as a freedom fighting movement, you don't go on open diplomatic mission because once you did, your home country, the country you want to exit, we go and offer and discuss with the country you're seeking help from. For instance, the country I am in now, everybody knows about share. So if you want to lobby this country, you go and put it in Facebook and everywhere. Nigeria will tell them, look, if you are fed up from the engagement you have with us, we're happy to let you go. And this country will not want to jeopardize their economic relationship.
Yes, absolutely. Caller, I think we have to
Let,
end it there. You've really made
uh,
a very wonderful
Yes,
contribution.
anyway, let's actually say one thing before I end.
Yes.
Something applies to America, the same thing applies to UK, the same thing applies for the whole of Europe and Israel. So our people must be controlled and this reason.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. Hey, calls are coming in.
Ma,
Mark Justin, go ahead. Caller, hold on, please. Stay on.
yes, I want to react to what the caller said. You see, this let us discard this notion that Europe, America, Israel will not abandon what they're enjoying in Nigeria and support you. That is not the truth. That is not what reality has presented. If you play the right engagement, you will have winning. If you play the wrong engagement, don't blame all those entities over their interests.
Absolutely.
And remember, I have said it earlier and I'm still repeating it. Kanonta visited just a member of Knesset. It's normal. You can wire $20,000 to a member of a Congress and say, I will bring a group of 5 people to visit you in your office and take picture. It's normal. He needs that money. Do you understand me? You can also wire even as small as $10,000 to a Knesset member and say, tell him that black people are coming to see you next Thursday. He will open that. In fact, that is what makes me a parliamentarian. Don't transmit that you get somebody 20,000 to visit him in his office and take picture. Don't transmit it as the position of the state of Israel. No, that is you just met your friend, or possibly you went and took coffee. It's more of parliamentary tourism. You went and visited a parliamentarian. Now, one thing our people should understand is this. Apart from meeting countries directly, there are other channels of reaching out these countries. Every country have what we call civil society organizations and NGOs. There are NGOs that are more powerful than even Congress member or parliamentarians. But because these NGOs, if they are dealing with you, they have no business of taking pictures with you. If you go to US Congress, I wish I can give you a site where you have the list of lobbying firm in Hill, in Capitol Hill. All these civil society organizations and NGOs, they have no business of taking picture with you. They cannot condone that because they are professionals. Their eyes are on the ball. But because you have to pay what they want to and they have to discharge their duty, our people believe to meet a member of the Congress who will accept to take picture with them than engaging professionals who are not doing picture diplomacy
Who are not there for the optics.
or video diplomacy because you gave him $5,000. So let us understand these things.
Mazi,
And the earlier,
I think our people need more of education because it is
so the
because
earlier
of
we
the
understand these
ignorance.
things,
The
the
ignorance
earlier
of
we
our people, yes, is the ignorance of our people that these people are preying on. Because they understand that the moment you go to Israel to take picture, you kind of lift their hope and aspiration. Mas just said, I'm not trying to cut you off. By the way, let us take the last caller because it's already past 1 a.m. on my end, and this program have lasted for over 3 hours now, and I think we have to come back subsequently. We have to reschedule this program, this question and answer section again in the next few days or weeks so that we'll be able to deal more on component issues. Hello, caller, welcome to the program. You have just 2 minutes because we are rounding up
Okay.
now.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Patrick, Mazi Patrick, for having me back again. I have 2 minutes. So the question I want to put first is it what we are seeing from the report on Israel? Is it not the same wool that they are pulling across the eyes of Biafrans that they are going on a diplomatic mission? I think Maz Justin has answered that problem, that question. But I want to say that do not forget the 72 letters that was written earlier, was said to have been written earlier by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's all being tied to it. When many people joined the struggle, Nnamdi Kanu behaved like somebody who has the key, the knowledge of freedom fighting all by himself. Any other person does not know anything. And that, to me, that is what he's playing out. So, on whose money are they going to Israel? The leadership has already undercut them. If they really understand, they don't have an office. So you appoint somebody, you send them on a mission. I mean, it's laughable. I'm not even losing sleep about that. It's just like walking into a restaurant, getting your connector, get us some white, light complexion people, and they take pictures and they blast it, and we are here talking about it. So my question is this not part of the game Nnamdi Kanu played on us that people believe that he was doing anything tangible in the diplomatic circle? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mazi Chika Austin. As we round up, this is a very big question. Have this picture optics, show of, open show in the name of diplomacy, has it been, a kind of intellectual maneuvering, that is manipulation of
uh,
the mind of our people?
actually, there is no intellectualism in it. What is criminal is criminal. And I must tell you, I always say it, I studied diplomacy in the university, and uh, I've been an active researcher on diplomatic discourses since 2008 to date. So it's not a little time. There is no day that passes by that I don't engage in diplomatic researches. So I must tell you,
But by now
what
you must have even gotten your PhD if you had.
if
Yes.
I have this if I had decided as at when due to be in the field of academies, I should be professing in the field of diplomacy and international politics. I will tell you that what Mazi Kano did is more of international masquerading. You know, Igba Mmanwu at international level. He was just entertaining himself and those of you who were, carried away with that masquerade display. Ọ dị ka mmadụ ịbịa na-eke mgburu na-agba egwu na na-agba ya awọ. That is just what it is. I have studied the history of every serious agitators, people who are in the project of self-determination. They do not engage in open diplomacy. From the Kurdish people who got American support to the PKK who got Syrian support and all the rest of them, to whether you call it the Somaliland.
Maz, just even the Palestinians that are dealing with Israel are doing it codedly, their own
Good.
diplomacy.
So when I look at our people, you know, if I tell you, unfortunately, if I tell you, there was a time Mazi Kano went to a political rally of Donald Trump and took picture. If I tell you the psychological damage, our people were happy. Now no sele picture. People like us, I laughed over that because I'm that if you pay ticket to those rallies, you enter and take picture. But because we got to a point that we lost confidence in what we can do and rely on what one white messiah, and that is undermining to us. That's why till tomorrow they are still playing that card of when you wire $10,000 for somebody in Knesset. You see, na ha ga-abịa Thursday. Nye gị commission of $2,000. Na kwa man out of the $10,000. Why another $2,000? It's here na agbanya mmiri akwa. You won't understand. It's quite unfortunate. It makes me crazy that even till tomorrow. Okay, look at. Do you know the funniest thing? Do you know the one that happened in the U.S. Congress? The man who was addressing. This is a man who is coming to contest for mayoral position in Texas. I do a whole lot of research because Texas is black-dominated society, and he needed the vote of the Igbos in Texas. Always change. About here. Then I need your vote. And do you know what? When we are jubilating, hey, somebody in America, only America, the American government look at us as a bunch of morons.
And that is what we are.
That these just minions who do not even know anything. And
Even
for
the
that,
Nigerian government has seen us as morons because they know perfectly well
they
that we
laugh
are.
now. They know
Yes,
that what you're doing doesn't have teeth.
it's true.
That you're just making a whole lot of noise. That's why I commend the leadership. If any day the leadership started doing open diplomacy, I will look at them as masquerade dancers. So, like the man asks this question, it is the same way. That's why all throughout over 10 years of Mazi Kano alleged diplomacy, that was why Nigeria picked him without any diplomatic reaction. Because he doesn't have any relationship. He didn't build any international diplomatic base. If he had built, Nigeria
By
would
now,
have been supposed.
Israel would have come for war.
Nigeria would have been so panicking to have taken that action. You get what I'm saying? There is a man, I can't remember his name accurately. He was a Saudi Arabian journalist that was killed in Turkey. For Saudi Arabia to come out from that hook, it was a heavy blow. Did Nigeria do any PR to cleanse her image over her action on Mazi Keke? Saudi Arabia paid billions of dollars to silence global voices, to lobby America to keep quiet. In the case of Mazi Keke, did Nigeria spend any money to resuscitate any damaged image? Because everything was happening in shallow. There is no basis for international relationship. And somebody will come and tell me we are serious. And when you tell people that those state actors do not engage in open diplomacy, people start yapping. They start yapping. It's quite unfortunate. One beauty thing about reality is that if we keep on wallowing, even though it's 100 years, we decide to be conscious of reality, then nature and divinity will say, "Ngwane, ka anyị gawazie, ka anyị bido n'ugbu a." Ndewo.
Thank you, Mazi Austin. The message is very, very clear, and that is why we owe it a duty to continue to educate our people. Because a lot of our people are living in ignorance, especially those in Biafra land who does not understand, who are desperate. You know, when they see some of these pictures flying online on the internet, it's like for them, yes, something is being done, but in reality, nothing is being done. And those who have mastered the art of using pictures and optics to manipulate our people mentally and also manipulate their pockets. You know, understand the mindset, they understand the sentiment of our people, and I believe that we'll continue to do the education, the reorientation, which is very, very important for this struggle, so that our people can understand that most of the work, just like when you are building a house, the foundation, the pillars that are on the foundation are never visible. They are hidden there, but they are the pillars that hold the building. You know, what you see are just the fancy, fancy angles of the building, but the what holds the building is the pillars that are invisible on the ground. And that is why it is important that we put our pillars, make them invisible, because the more invisible they are, the more secure they are. That is how diplomacy works. And when you are doing a secret diplomacy, your diplomacy becomes protected. It becomes protected. It becomes secure. Even your partner countries will have more confidence in dealing with you because they also have stakes in the state you are trying to free yourself from. So it's important that our people understand that we will continue to do the underground work. You know, like they said, we are underground workers. We will continue to do that underground work until the results start tickling in and start manifesting. This is where we're going to come to the end of the program. We talked about the police officers that threatened a commuter about his tribe and his ethnicity. We also talked about the man that came out to talk about the execution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which everybody have condemned, including myself, as outrageous and unacceptable. And we have also talked about the fake diplomacy that is being paraded, and how Nigeria have continued to show you that their relationship with Israel remains untouched. And it's a lesson for everybody to learn. That is why we are bringing some of these topics. Unfortunately, much questions didn't come today. We had more of suggestions and opinion, but we have taken them in a very good light. I want to say thank you very much for the time you've given us. If you have stayed with us to this moment, which means the program was interesting, we want to thank the callers of today's program. We want to thank the contributors of the program. We also want to thank our technical director who was on the background doing the job of the transmission. I want to say thank you very much for your patience with us. And until we see you again on BTV Europe, my name remains Mazi Keke Patrick DK, and I promise that I'll be coming back again on the same question and answer edition in the nearest possible future, so that we'll continue to engage our people accordingly and also continue to educate them, because orientation is very, very important so that nobody can take our intelligence for granted. I want to say thank you very much for staying with us. Have a wonderful weekend and God bless you all.
Nigeria,
First bandits.
General Yakubu Gowon. Nigeria, first bandit. The 32-year-old accidental leader. You lied about Aburi Accord. Everything else in your book is a lie. In your book. If you lied about Aburi, that you were having malaria and did not know what you signed, then everything else must be all lies.
You claim to be a Christian. You waited till Ojuku is dead and started talking and started lying. You can't redeem your legacy with lies.
You lied that most the bullets and most bombs from the Nigerian army hit the palm trees and not human beings. Asaba massacre, people dressed in white.
They're the palm trees.
Women and children in the market square, they are palm trees.
Right?
Your book belongs to the dustbin.
Trash bin.
Nigeria problems today.
Credit to you.
Hey. General Yakubu Gowon, you cannot redeem
Your legacy with lies.
today. I told it, you live in Britain.
I told it.
And not in your one Nigeria that you murdered for.
Killed for Ego genocide. Ego Holocaust.
Africa.
First bandits.
When was the last time you visited your village? You are the first bandit Nigeria ever produced.
Decisions you made destroyed Nigeria until today. General Yakubu Gowon.
Nigeria.
First bandits. You lied about Aburi Accord.
You were suffering malaria and did not understand what was discussed.
Everything else in your book must be all lies.
When you get to heaven, if you ever get there, God will ask you why you lied. I told it.
Old man, God kept you alive for a reason, but you have failed to repent.
The hottest
Artist.
part of hellfire has been prepared for you.
He say.
No peace and happiness for you.
Not at all.
Amen.
Amen.
Ojuku will be fanning your hellfire.
Adding fuel to firewood.
Nigeria.
First bandit. I saw the people dressed in white are palm trees.
Nigeria.
First bandit.
2 million children starved to die.
Died are palm trees.
Africa.
First bandits.
God kept you alive for a reason, but you have failed.